Okay, and this should be live, right? Hello people, you know. YouTube told me I currently have -1 viewers, which is very interesting. I'm guessing that's broken. Okay, right. So where were we and what were we doing? Let's see here. I think we were still mixing things up here. Trying to get this food system working here. We built this weird rail thing last time, which isn't going to stay there. It's just a temporary thing, but for now it's definitely going to just be a thing there. So I'll pause this and let this go. What we're doing here, grains coming out, going into there. I think we're struggling a bit here with grain at the moment. We probably need a little bit more. Do we have any omni pipes under here? We don't. You've got grain. Oh, we have omni pipes there. Let's use them, shall we? That seems like a really good idea. We plug them into there. There we go. Then our farms over here can also help, which will be awesome. Just what we need. Probably do with more than one only pipe there, but hey ho. Right. So we were doing things here with bread and trying to feed our people. Looks like most things have actually started backing up now, which is really nice. We've got this wonderfulness going on here. I don't know what's happening with that. Well, I know what's happening with that, but there's a lot happening with that. That's what's going on there. Let's see here. So we've got chicken and other bits and pieces going here. We want another lot of chicken over here for when we do the gourmet stuff, which is all these ones here doing things. But we've got bread going on just slowly because we really need this to be sending over more stuff. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually going to drop this track Maybe we'll get 3 of them. Try and spread these out a little bit more if we can. See if that will work, and then that way this will start filling up, hopefully with more, and we can hopefully get a decent supply going. Again, that's not going to stay there. That's not going to stay there. It's going to change at some point. But I just want to kind of get this going, get our happiness to 1,000 and stay at 1,000. You're getting all the corn in you. You're actually not unpacking fast enough. That's the issue here. Maybe run out of corn. Okay. Okay, it's a bit of a balancing act. That's going to be interesting to do. Right. I don't know whether YouTube's being a bit wacko, but Dan, hello. Can you actually hear me? Because YouTube is telling me my audio bitrate is currently 0, which is not right. Quite sure what's going on there. Oh, you can. Okay, so YouTube's me. It's also telling me that -1 people are currently watching this. So I think YouTube's having a hard time with it, which kind of makes sense because you know the internet's under a lot of stress at the moment. Right, so that's all doing that. Now, last time we did this with the chicken to save people. I think we need to do this more to save actual villagers because we're going to run out of how many we've got, which is a big problem. We can save some here because we're not actually using any of these at the moment. So we can drop those down. And let's just put in some more kitchens. We're doing that there. This is going to work because we're going to need more kitchens covered over here. So that isn't going to work there. Maybe the bread will leave. Maybe the bread will leave, or we'll make a special case for that because that's not going to quite work for what we're doing. Right, so we do want to do this one here though, so let's do that, shall we? Let's put in a belt here, was it? Yeah, coming from there, so down along here, and then we want to do a belt inside here with a splitter, splitting the goods off. And we don't actually need this really because we're getting enough chicken and beef being produced, and it's backing up everything. You see 2 people watching, 1 being you. Okie dokie. Well, that's more than what I've got. I've still got -1 according to the setting here, and yeah, apparently I'm not streaming any audio as well, but you can hear me, so YouTube doesn't know what's happening. Oh, look, there's one more. Aha. Aha. And Sophie, hello, welcome. Uncle Odin and Sophie, welcome. Welcome, yes. Yeah, I think YouTube's having a little bit of problems, because as I've just been saying, according to the YouTube stats, or the stream stats, there is -1 people viewing this, and I have no audio streaming. Which is good. If I'm streaming no audio, you can still hear me. That's all sorts of good. We have achieved magic. No, not meat, beef, wasn't it? Beef. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to chop off the chicken there. And oh, that was very, very, very foolish. Oh, let's remove all that and let's put that in there, and let's remove those and try again. And there's chicken here. That was a mistake. Right. Okay. There we go. Nothing happened. Nobody saw anything. Awesome. And yes, for watching. Okay. Right. Well, so long as it's working, I'm happy. I guess the YouTube streaming page just isn't quite alive yet. Okay. Yeah, so we are providing enough chicken and beef from these three and these three. We're not providing enough bread yet because we're not getting enough coming down yet, but we'll hopefully sort that soon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chicken, I'm going to take these beef, and they're going to be sent over to the gourmet side to do things, because that seems to have worked. That seems to have backed up and got going. I don't think eggs have backed up yet. No, I think eggs are still struggling a little bit. So we keep running out of them. Interestingly enough, are we making enough eggs? Do we have an egg shortage? Which is the theme of everything at the moment. Shortage of food all over the place. Did the blue fix itself? Blue? Which blue is that? Hold on. Everything that's coming in is backed up, with a few tiny exceptions. So, yeah, I think we're okay for that. But we need more eggs. Apparently, we're not getting enough eggs coming through. We're making enough. We need to increase our delivery standards. So let's get another cart for that, shall we? In fact, do you know what? Can I just copy that and control click? Does that work? Yes, it does. Awesome. Oh, damn it. Go, drive. Stop it. Oh, the ether. Yes, yeah, I think that this is now flowing better here. We had an issue with one here, didn't we? But everything's full here, and the ether is actually backed up. In fact, we actually have loads of air crystals, which is awesome. And we're full on everything. Yeah, so yeah, things are working at the moment, which is good. Yeah, the ether is all backed up and all oh, wrong button. Let's see here. The ether is still flowing, but pretty much it's all good. It's all good, and we're hovering around the 1,000 happiness mark because I haven't quite got the bread up to Sandy yet, because we can't actually deliver enough bread. We're not actually just making enough. I think we need more than one. Yeah, I think we definitely need more than one packager here, but I don't want to do that yet because this is just a temporary system to get things working. What I want to do instead is turn these around and have them output this way. And then they can go to doing whatever we need them to do. We've got... Why is that? Oh, we've got a random omni pipe full of things here. Can I steal the goods from that omni pipe? I'd really like to. I don't want to waste them. We come along here. feel as if that's on the same level. I don't want to do that. That's going to be a bit weird. Can we go there? There's only a few in that pipe, but I just want to use the wall up. Nope, wrong. Fail, fail, fail. Try again. There we go. There we go. Let's use up what was left in that pipe. We'll stream on your phone at 1080. Yeah, I'm a little. I read that YouTube and Netflix and all that were limiting the bandwidth that you can stream, or well, not stream, that you can. Yeah, you could watch videos at. And then it just seems to have defaulted back to how it was before. So maybe they're just not doing that now. I don't know. Box on 720. Yeah, the coding. I have actually lowered the bitrate of uploading because it always complains because I was streaming too high, so I've dropped down to I don't know. So do let me know if it goes, you know, horrible and wrong and whatnot, and I'll turn it back up again because yeah, I'm trying to keep YouTube happy, but I also want to make sure that it works. Okay, so I have got just bits everywhere, so let's grab this. Okay, so what are we done here? What have we done here? We have done. We've got 5 types of food there. That is all backed up. We need to get the bread going properly, and oh, apparently we're not producing enough chicken now. Okay, so we did need those chickens. These ones are feeding over. Right. Okay. Unless we boost them. Should we boost them instead? Let's do that. Let's throw the Steam system onto them. How's our Steam network doing? Yeah, Steam network's okay. Apparently one of them was getting Steam already. Interesting. There we go. Let's throw Steam onto them as well. Speed them up. See whether that helps. Because I'd like to use these 3 here for sandwiches. And then we need to get into doing weird math, which is, or maths, depending on where you are in the world. I should be saying maths, and I keep saying math because yeah, reasons. Like colour, I keep spelling colour without a U, which is wrong. And the Queen will come and slap me, and it's not fair. Right. Let's see here. I need to move all that out of the way and all this out of the way. But I need to remember it's there, because otherwise I will completely forget and then not use them and be like, where are we getting sugar and carrots from, and tomatoes? Where are they coming from? Okay. So we've got 5 things coming in here from food-wise. We need 5 more coming in from the other side to get food going on there. But then we'll get to that. So yeah. The complicated math we need to get to is exactly how many bread, cheese, and cooked chicken do I need to make a sandwich, based on how many are going on here. So, you know, like the sandwich takes 3 seconds to cook, and that takes 5 seconds to cook. And I know we went through a whole conversation last week trying to figure it out, and I'm not entirely sure my brain still works, but that's what we're going to attempt to do today. So I'm going to try and get 5 gourmet feeds on this side as well, and figure out. Yeah, unfortunately my calculations are wrong, because trying to figure out exactly how things go up and down when it comes to percentages didn't work in my head. So Yeah, but I think we figured out that this needs one chicken every 3 seconds, and these produce one chicken every 5 seconds. So we need to speed this up by almost a half, I think it was. Because they're all at 310% or 300%, they're all at the same percentage because they're just happy with one worker. Yeah, wing it and do it one-on-one. That's kind of what I was doing in the past, but we're trying to get the higher throughput. We're trying to get the numbers. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? We're trying to get them all working and doing their thing. But it's not always the case, because we also need to bring bread in as well. And cheese, and I'm not even making cheese anywhere at the moment. We have milk coming in here. We're not making cheese anywhere, so we need a cheese factory as well. And we need beef to make extra stuff. Sandwiches are complicated to make. You need a whole supply chain. I think I should make, rather than try and do this, I think what I should do instead is that button. That's what I'm trying to do. That one. Because this is not producing enough chicken now to keep our people happy. It is, but there's not back in the lineup, so we need more. But what I think I might do is probably just set these back up to plug into the main system, so they're just producing the main one. And then over here do a completely separate system where you've got a cheese kitchen, a bread kitchen, and a chicken kitchen doing things. But it's getting the logistics, getting the things in there, because we need chicken to come down as well. Yeah, the cheese needs access to fabric, so we need to bring that in, and fabric's over here right now. And this is all in the way. This is all cake stuff, but we'll do that. But yeah, I think that's the way we should do things. That's that. If I do that and then I turn this on, so these can all get fuel of some description, and I actually, get things right here. There we go. These can start producing, and we can just plug them in as well. So, although our beef is actually backed up, which is interesting. Ah, the beef ones have 5 people in each one. So that's why. That's why. So if we drop down them to 1 person each, then we need to double up the amount to produce the same. We need to double up the amount of kitchens to produce the same amount. But that's what I want to do here. So let's just do that. Let's plug these back in like this, and we know that works, and that will back up, and that's fine, and that's independent, and that's working, and there is much rejoicing, and everyone is happy. Yay! Right. But what I need to do here is I need to have this barn over this side going this way to grain mills, to packages, sorry, because we need grain mills doing this side and that side to produce what we want to produce. Because right now we just don't have the throughput required. I think that's probably enough to keep up there, but we need more corn. Which isn't really a surprise, is it? We need even more corn. We could tap into this over here quite easily, because this is not running at capacity. I don't believe it's running at capacity. Not really. I think, yeah, if we, what are these? These have got 5 people in each. That's kind of needed for the space. If I wanted to space them out even further, I need so much more infrastructure going on here. package and boat the corn over. That's tempting. I mean, we've got a bit of a river there that could come over. We could dig that out. Boats hold... I don't think I have any boats. Let's build one. Boats hold 60, I think it is, something like that. Cargo boat. Boom. 2, 4, 80. Boats hold 80, so that would be 80 in one go. But they don't travel long distances before they go wrong. They do weird stuff over very long distances. Oh, I can remove this here. This isn't required. Okay, more. That can go. This whole testing apparatus here. No longer needed. Thank you very much. Right. Yeah, what I could do is I could siphon off the end here, and I could have it so that these get priority. You must go into these first, and then it goes into the end. I think I'm going to pause this because I know this is a bit weird on the frame rate and not very healthy. I also feel as if I've got this kind of wrong. That shouldn't be there, should it? That one there should not be there. Or should it? I don't remember how this works anymore. I remember removing it from there. So that line feeds the bottom one. This line feeds the top one. And then we've got another line feeding... that one. Yeah, so there shouldn't be any splitters in there at all. And I think there are. I think there are still splitters down there. Yes, there are. They shouldn't be there anymore. But we are going to change something up here. Now, are there any splitters there as well? No, there isn't. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab... let's remove them there as well. We're going to grab some pushers. Now, pushers... work differently to splitters or sorters, I think. Which one does which? Hold on. Doesn't tell me. No. Logistics. Pusher. If there's space. That's the one we want. So it will push it into the... this thing. Grain mill. That's the word. If there's space. If not, it will let it go on. So that means... No. No, I don't need to do that, do I? Because each one of these runs is individual, isn't it? The two in the centre right there goes into this one. The outside one on this side goes to that one, and the lower one goes to that one. So what I need to do then is ignore that. The grain mill, yes, yep, the grain mills would work exactly the same. If I doubled up them grain mills, I could save 4 people per grain mill, technically. Well, you save 4 people and then build one, so you save 3 person if I doubled the grain mills up. But I would also have to put in all this extra belts for it to supply them in time. But I could get away with that because they would be running slower, so they'd only need 1 belt rather than 2 belts supplying them. But I'd need a lot more space. A lot more space. I'd have to redesign this to get it working, and I don't really think that's going to be an option at the moment. Yeah, I don't really think that's going to work for us there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some packages here. Going to put in 3 packages. Probably facing this way instead. Go 3 out there. We'll remove some of that coal and put in a little dock here. Button that down like so, and remove the coal. Are we using? We're not using all the pipes underground here, are we? Oh, we've got one that goes along for the. We could move that. We could move that pipe over here to be out of the way. What I'm thinking is that we could pipe out of these barns here. My original thought was just going to be, I'll run off these lines here, just come off the end here, run them all down into a thing to be, into a packager to be packaged up, and then transport it off. But I could omnipipe directly out of those if I wanted to. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. We'll go that way with it. So let's stop that for a moment and let that go. Then we're going to move this pipe to here. That's out of the way and not going over that barn there. Do. Well, I was obviously going to package the grain up, but no, I think you're probably right there. That wouldn't work. Okay, so this one now will go like so. It will go along, it will feed this farm first, and this is the only farm we're not using. It's not actually doing anything, this farm. There's no point to having anybody in it even. And then once that's filled up, it will go that way and then split off as and where it needs to go. And that will split off there, and that will carry on nice and happily there, and everyone, there will be much rejoicing. And what I want to do is run off these, but I kind of want to have 3 packages running into a barn. Like the same sort of thing we got here, the same setup we got here, and then just have the boats grab it and put it along, and then maybe we'll dig a hole through here. Although this is kind of awkward, because we'd have to have boats going a bit around, because we've got to get here with our grain, or we've got to get here with our grain, I should say. But I could put the packages wherever. I mean, the packages could come up here if we wanted to. And then that rail or whatever system can be delivered down to here to the bread. We could also move the bread production. It doesn't have to necessarily be there. It could quite happily be here where the fishery is. And I kind of like that idea. That seems to make more sense. Moving the bread up here. Production. Because we could have 2 lots of bread. We could have bread here, which is connects onto the main bus to go up to there, and then bread here, which is for the gourmet side. Although bread there for gourmet side, but yeah, I think that would be better, because then the fishery can be moved. I don't even know what's going on with the fish. That's all for apothecary stuff, which we aren't currently doing anything with, but we can do stuff with. So yeah, but fisheries work wherever, so I'm not worried about that. So let's delete the fisheries. Goodbye. In fact, do you know what? I might just delete all of this. I know it's a bit of a waste. Tools, gourmet stuff, field stuff. What does this come under? What is apothecary, and that's apothecary. What one's the apothecary? Is this the apothecary? Yes, it is. Medicine. Ah, so we're already using 5 here, or 4 here. Can you run a fishery off a well? I don't think so, because they actually need to be placed near water. Yeah, if you put them in like that, it's no fish. No fish. It requires water tiles, so no, you can't run off a well. That'd be interesting. It'd be like Minecraft. You put down a bucket of water in a hole and then fish, and somehow manage to find things. Magic. Right. Let me plug into this one here. Where is this one? This one here. Doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. Like that. There we go. Just to get rid of them. That's all I want to do. Just to empty that out and let this all go down, because I don't like wasting stuff, as you all very well know. Let's turn off. No, let's not turn off. Let's turn off your herb grabbing, please. No more herbs. No, no more herbs. We don't need no more herbs. Thank you. No herbs. No herbs are required anymore. Thank you very much. That's no longer needs to be there. Okie dokie. And there's all the fish dried up. How's the base for space? Good question. To which I don't know the answer. Is the base still over here? No, it's not. We moved it. Where did we put it? There. Right in front of me. That's where we put it. Okay, let's get rid of that one piece of cheese. We don't need that in there. We don't need some magma. We've got 120 fish. That makes sense. I did just destroy those fisheries, so we don't need some cooked beef. We don't need bread. There we go. Okay. We're good. We're good. Right. Are you dry now? You're done? You're... But wow, there's loads of herbs here. You just want... You create fish oil. I'm going to put them fisheries back just for a moment. I don't know why they're the sort of building that requires you to choose what they do, because they only do one thing. A little bit of a weird thing, but yeah. Yeah, so you start doing your thing and making more stuff and then going on. I just want to basically do that. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. I just want to empty that silo out. That's all I was after there. Okie dokie. Silo gone. Right. And then we have a place for the herbs. You're not producing any medicinal wraps because we don't have any ointment. You're whoa, you can stop. You can stop now. Thank you. You're empty. You're empty. Awesome. Right, let's just done. Awesome. No, wrong button. Okie dokie. Right, so we'll get that. Yeah, off we go. We're going to keep you. You are the herb place. And then we're going to remove you and you and you. And then probably have to check the base again because it's going to be full again. Okie dokie. Lost the chat window a bit. Lost chat window for a bit. Yeah, I do think YouTube is struggling, which you know, is fair enough because there is quite a very high demand going on here at the moment. The internet is struggling because there are so many people doing everything with it. But it'll be fine. I'm sure it will be fine. The internet will come back bigger and stronger than it ever did before. Yeah, hopefully. And if it doesn't, well, then we'll just have to find someone to blame. Okay, so so we've got our boat there. We need to dig through here. No, don't blame your connection. Blame the internet. Just blame everyone that's at home on the internet. Although, to be honest with you, it's a Sunday night, so there's no higher demand now than there ever really should be. Because it's exactly the same. No, it's just a Sunday night, I think. Right, so we want to dig through here. But we can't dig through here because there's a farm there and we need that. We could dig around and do that. Or we could do the thing here. Drop it off into... barns here. We're going to have a relay point somewhere, aren't we? Yeah, because this is going to be too long for the boats to deal with. So if we come along here, I think where we could stop it. Through there. Go through the middle of the farms. I mean, potentially we could, because we could fill this in and then just have the river come along here and then stop like here. The only issue I'm thinking of here is that I also need to have the farms connected to whatever we do, because we're going to bring packaged grain over. We need to unpackage it and then we need to divide it. So here is where we need our thing to be. So it divides it and then sends some this way and some this way. So we could move this barn and do that, couldn't we? And then have these go over the top of the water. Because they are actually well, that one's not above the water, but... Okay, let's move this barn over. Let's stop these farms for a moment. Stop and empty out all your goods. And then we're going to run the river through here. From boats to a barn. Yeah, we'll drop it off in a barn. I mean, we could drop it off here and then pipe it over. I just don't want to mix up the packaged goods and unpackaged goods, because I'll end up doing that somewhere, because thinking, oh, it's all just grain, it's all fine. And it's not. It's not all fine. It is very different stuff. So if we square off this here, like that. And put that barn there, and we have these 3 farms feed into that barn. And then we have another barn here. Or we could do... well, that would probably actually go further over. We have another barn here. Boom. Upgrade you all the way. Yada, yada. There we go. And then we want to run... the most natural. Yeah, I'm just dig it out. Look, grain going in the water, it's fine, no issues there at all. What I find really funny as well, whether this will work or not, you're gonna, yeah, it'll just sail through rocks, through trees, through everything, because he just ignores it completely, which is just yeah. they don't care about resources in the water. We need to go through here as well, but I don't want to touch those there. So we'll make this a little bit narrower, but we'll go this way. It won't actually let me touch them, which is awesome because they're so. That's not very natural looking. That big corner there. Yeah. I think I will remove some of the resources from there because will look a bit weird. Not so much fussed about the coal or iron. I will remove that anyway, but it's the trees and things because you can't see the boat when it goes through the trees. So if it stops anywhere, you may not even know it's there. There we go. Okay, that goes along there, and then we'll drop off goods into there. That's the idea. So this is going to take packable items. That's not really ideal, is it? No, it's not. Okay, let's get another barn. Let's get this going. This is a long way for a boat to travel, but I want to test it first to find out whether it is capable of doing it. I don't think it is, but we'll see. Pack into crate, and for the moment, just steal it from there. And then we will put a pusher there, so that gets priority. Okay. Just as a test. Test the boat, make sure it can, well, it can definitely get there. That's okay. And I know if you tell it to go long distance, it will travel happily. But if you tell it to pick up something and go a long distance and drop off, they were getting confused. That was on the previous... It wasn't even on this map. That was a long time ago. So, yeah. So if I say take that, zoom in and deliver there, that's going to go. It's going to do it. It sticks to the shoreline. Very robotic style sailing. Because it must travel in straight lines. It can't actually travel in an angle. Which is fine. Which is... through the rocks. Let's get rid of those. Right. Series 2, yes, yeah, where I had a big, and that was when they were first introduced as well, I believe. And I had issues with the pathing, and it was way shorter than this, way shorter than this, and they had issues. Okay, so he's picked up 19 of them. He's happily going. You're struggling to get the resources, but that's fine because of, yeah. Yeah, little waypoint thing. Go, hey, go right here, and then go down there, and then go along there. Or allowing the boats to travel more diagonally, I suppose, but that's quite difficult to pull off. It is odd that that's the path it takes, though, because I would have thought it would hug this island, this island here, and then do a zigzag along there. That would have been the quickest way. But I don't know. I don't know. That's how it works it out. So there we go. So we have a boat going back and forwards doing its thing. You can manipulate it by literally just making a single channel. That would work. I could build a single channel. The boat must follow that one channel. But yeah, I might raise up the land here again. Just so it doesn't actually hit the trees. An invisible rail for boats. That would be cool, actually. That would be very good, because then you could actually build, you know, you could have your boats come along here, and then the return trip they could come a different route, so they don't run into each other. You could also do multiple drop-offs with them if you literally had invisible rails. You could say, hey, go to that barn, then that barn, then that barn, then come back again and do a loop. That would be cool. One thing I've never really tried with the rails is the multiple, the idea of if you built a loop with them, go into multiple things, they could pick up here, drop off there, pick up somewhere else, drop off somewhere else, then come back to that one to pick up again. So you could have multiple items on one rail, which is fine until something goes terribly wrong, which it probably would do. Right, now, this is the thing. If I omnipipe out of these barns, it's going to take them out of the barns regardless. I think we are getting enough in to deal with it. It won't be a problem. But I'm just a little bit worried that it's going to starve these and there's no way to prioritise one way or the other. So we'll give it a go and we'll see what happens. Let's first build our infrastructure going up because we want to build on top of things. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. And then we want to put another there. Oh, you want to pack into crate, please. And then we want to do that one there. And you want to pack into crate. Awesome. Then we can remove all of those. Right. Grain or wheat? Hang on. You've got grain, and then we've got animal feed, because these are making animal feed. They're not making packed grain, because we're turning it all into animal feed here and then sending it off. What we need is flour. And like here, we've turned the grain into animal feed and then packed it and sent it, because you get twice as much. Because if you pack a grain, you get 4 in one pack. But if you pack an animal feed, you technically get 8 in one pack. Because it's 2 grain per 1 animal feed. So flour. Does flour need fuel? That's the wrong thing completely. Flour is these, isn't it? Grain mills make flour. Flour is 3, so we would potentially be sending 3 grain. So it'd be 4, 8. We'd be sending 12 grain per package. So we might as well, make it flour first. That would make sense, and then pack it up. Don't know what sort of throughput we need though. A lot. Then we just got flour at the other end, which is going to be a bit weird because we've also got grain here. But we could retire these, I suppose, couldn't we? These farms don't necessarily have to even do anything anymore. Grain is only used for those 2 applications, so right. Mr. Cargo Boat, would you be so kind as to bring that back? Thank you. Oh, how am I going to do this? Because if I want to take it out of here, so yellow grain here. Round balls of Weetabix. Lovely. I can't. There was a yellow round balls of breakfast cereal. What was that? Nesquik was obviously brown, wasn't yellow. Oh, I can't remember, but there was a breakfast cereal that was like that. Yeah, so So if I want to go from these barns, we'll only pipe it over because that's going to be easier. Golden nuggets, yes, yes, that's the one. Golden nuggets with the old dwarf on the front, or yeah, dwarf on the front, with it hunting for mining for his golden nuggets. Right, so you can pack 4 items in half a second. You can produce 1 in 4 seconds. So in theory, we would need, not in theory, in actual numbers wise, we would need, ignoring this speed boost here, we would need 8 of these for 1 packager. So if we can get the boost to being higher than, to being 600 for instance, which we can do with people, that would work. That would work. We can make it 1-on-1. Shall we give that a go? Let's just give that a go, shall we? Let's power. Move you down to here. Move you down to here. Steam to the grain mills. Yes, and to the packages as well. So I could run the steam pipes over here and speed them up even further. But let's run them as they are for the moment and see what we get. So you go there, and then you 3 just output into there, like that. And we kind of want to turn this around a second, like that, and have you unpack. Dooby-dooby-doo. Doop-doop. Right. Turn around. There we go. Unpack that grain that's gone on there. Tell our boat to come back. I could just pick him up and move him, but nah, we'll tell him to move on his own. There we go. Hey. Whoa, stop. I'm going to confuse the life out of myself. Okay, you seem happy now, right? Dump and dump, there you go. Right, you can now pack back into the crate if you'd be so kind. And you can turn around that way. Dump, there we go. Awesome, just in time. Welcome back. So, let's now omnipipe from this barn to this one. Really don't want to confuse myself here, so let's go this barn to this one to this one, and this one to this one. There we go. Okay, how's that? Why did I do that? Let's do that. Okay, there we go. You're not producing anywhere near enough yet. I have just realised as well that plus and minus. No, there. I have just realised that what I should have done here was put all 3 of the grain mills to 1 packager rather than to 3 packages. That's what I was originally going to do here, and but then I didn't. So let's try that again, shall we? You've got 2 grain in you now. Why have you got grain in you? What? 2. What? Right. Chew and chew. Go away. Don't need that. Go away. There we go. Right. And those three can't even sustain that one packager. In fact, those three aren't getting enough grain coming in. That's the reason why there's a problem. Okay. We're not exactly emptying them out, are we? So let's change this up. Let's stop and stop. Now comes the fun part, because I need to remove those and remove those without anything getting contaminated anywhere. Right. What I want to do is I want to run 2 from here to that one. So 1 and 2. Two from this one. So 1, 2, and then 2 from this one. Two. Then we can run a third one if we want to on each one. Okay. Yeah, that's true. We do need less flour than what we're doing, but I would like to be able to not necessarily saturate it, but at least have enough going for this to kind of work at a form of speed, but it's not really, because it's just taking far too long. We could add boosters to this and speed it up, I suppose, later, but yeah. And I definitely would like enough to be able to have at least one cargo boat full when we're transporting them. So in the time it takes that one to go, I'd like 80 to come back. So that's there. What we can do as well as a temporary boost is we can nick this and put it over here. Couldn't we? I don't know if that's actually going to help if we do that. Because they're getting enough grain in now, so... Probably not. Probably not. Okay. We'll see how this goes. I've got to keep an eye on this because I need to make sure that our farms aren't starving. Like here I can see gaps. So I need to make sure we don't deplete these with this new system, but as I said, it should backlog because of what's going on here. I'm okay, okie dokie. And then these farms are not being used, so I can just turn off all the people. Oh, you are. Why are you being used? Oh yeah, you're being used because of this. That's what we can do with the grain. What we can do with that grain. Let's steal that back. Yoink. We can use it as a temporary source for this here. There you go. You're running at 150% speed. Not really enough to keep up. Okay. So now we've done that, we can change all this up here. We no longer need the grain mills, we just need the kitchens, and it can be exactly the same principle as this here. So it will just be, this will feed directly into, this will be fed directly with flour. which is awesome, because that means we can copy these, which is what I want to do, and then just attach the manor underneath, because I don't want to copy this underneath, because otherwise we'll get very confused. So what button was it? Was it this one? Yes, blocks, that's what we want, isn't it? Let's make sure we've got space for this first. I've got a berry farm here as well. I kind of want to keep the berry farm. Oh, that's the best location for that, isn't it? Yeah. Damn it. I want to keep the berry farm, but do we need the berry farm? Haven't we got one over here? It says looking blindly and not seeing it now. Here, we've got berry farm here. We could tap into this. This is being used for our elixirs. Our elixirs are backed up. My lord, what's happened here? Have we filled up on omnipipes? Do we have... Nope. What don't you have? You don't have any magic conveyor belts. You don't have any magic conveyor belts because I turned this off. Ah. There we go. Let's plug that back in. Yes, so happiness is actually... So we need to add more goods now. That's all it is. This is how it goes. So we are supplying enough bread to people. Yep, we're supplying enough bread. Oh, excuse me, I'm sneezing my head off. But we're going to move all this anyway, so. But we need to move this and do it fine. So we're going to move our bread up here. So we're going to get rid of this farm. Goodbye farm. Goodbye you. That's going to put more water into base. We don't really want that. You are going to come down here. I might make a barn with you in. Seems like it wouldn't be a bad idea. Get rid of the sugar, so we don't need that. And we can do that. And we can fill this barn up with all the goods from these here, and we can move the barn elsewhere and not worry about it. Okay, so that's no longer needed. So that's out of the way as well. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We've got a tomato one here somewhere. There it is. You go there, and then you can be upgraded. Take the tomatoes, and we'll turn off tomatoes here. Nope, stop. No longer required. Oh, upgrade. Whoa, wrong button. Upgrade. We need all the upgrades we can get. Right, so that is a berry one now. That can go over here somewhere. Wait, are you your berry farm as well? Oh yeah, okay. I don't know what berry bushes you've got. Oh, you've got like 4. That's it. Okay. So maybe we'll like put these into here and then we'll divide them off and divide and conquer or something. And we've got these packages here which are doing nothing as well. I wonder whether this could become our main berry production, because there are lots of berries here. We can move this farm down to the water and make it our main berry production. because we will probably be moving our this as well. That's later. So right now that can just stay like it is. Okay. And we can get rid of these farms here, and also get rid of the berries because they're in the way, I'm afraid. Goodbye, berries. Goodbye. Right. Right, that's the divide because I want to remove this here. So now we know that's where any goods that are on this side are connected to these 5 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the ones on this side will be copied from this here over when I build this. Good lord, that's going to be confusing. Yeah, so that's the way we're going to go with it. Okay, and we've got a farm here still doing some things as well, but that's mainly sugar. That's okay, that's fine, that's not a problem. And the cake stuff can be sorted later. Right, so we want to copy this setup here, don't we? And I want to copy it from there along, and then hold control and go up. Like so. And then press copy. And then come over here, and I want to paste it down that way. He says confidently, hoping that this is correct. I think it is. Can't go there, it's got to go there. I'm going to put it right up against that there. Boom, there we go. I actually want another one over here as well, but not like that. That's going to be a completely new thing. So let's get rid of these stone here. We're also going to get rid of our logic there, I think, as well. And we're going to fill in the water here a bit. There we go. Yes, goodbye, logic. Boom. Okay, and then the goods come in, and then these will produce. Well, at the moment they're set to chicken, but we can change it. We can change that. We want you to be bread. Yeah, just bread. Because I copied using this tool, not the columns one, it hasn't copied anything underground. So when I go underground, that's there like that, which is actually really awkward for us because that's in a really bad place. But we can move that, that's not a problem. But there won't be any mana or steam or anything at all. I didn't copy any of that, so we need to replace them, which I'd probably forget about. So thank you for reminding me of that. There we go. Then we just need to add some stuff into there to get it going again, and this will kickstart that. So then we just need to bring in flour. Yes, yeah, when I rotated them with the mana pipes attached, they just went wrong for some bizarre reason, but maybe we should test that. How many... it doesn't really matter, did it? 15? Was it like 20 we grabbed or something, wasn't it? I think. Let's just grab a cart. And we want to steal fire crystals, don't we? Oh no, it was a crate we were using, wasn't it? We were doing the crate. The magical floating crate. Right, okay, hopefully we're back and everything's still fine there because something went completely wacko then. Sorry if the stream dropped out then. Apparently it went red. The little green marker turned red. No. Okay, so magic floating crate. It's over here. And gets dropped into there like that, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's sharing the stuff properly, and they are doing it right, so that's okay. Yeah, I just glanced over and saw. Oh, what was that? Yeah, I glanced over and saw OBS was just going, no, your stream has stopped working. What's going on there? And in fact, it's not actually very healthy, if I'm honest with you. It's not streaming at the right frame rate. But I do wonder whether that's just because it is struggling, the actual game itself, because it is a bit laggy. The game itself is a bit laggy, so we have got a very large factory town going on here, with lots more things being spread out than they ever were before. So it's kind of expected to be a little bit droppy. Okay, so you're all producing stuff here, you're all happy. Right, so now if I control and copy, control and paste, that. Yeah, there we go. Click it. So you click one, you hold control and press copy, and it copies this settings here. At least I believe. It copies the recipes. I don't know if it copies the workers. Let's try that. Let's copy 2 workers, then paste that there, and then click on it. No, it's just 1. Okay. A lot easier to watch without conveyors. Yes, yeah, I've got to be overboard on the conveyors here. So, but it's needed. Conveyors are kind of the game. You know, that's how it is. I did have a look at that Automation Empire. I don't know if you've ever seen that. That is basically you're in a factory, and you pretty much, this is what your factory would look like, with conveyors going everywhere, going to machines and stuff. So a little bit mad. Right, so you're doing okay. You're transferring the goods over. This barn is probably getting nearly full. Not quite there yet. That's good. So, and the great thing about this as well, I can just move this barn over to here, and it will still work. It will still be nice and happy and still work absolutely fine. Because the boat will just go, my destination moved. Okay. And get on with it. Oh, that's not going to work though, because we actually need to unpack this, don't we? Yeah, we need to unpack the goods there. So, what if... Because I kind of want to replicate this over here. So that, yeah, the yellow and blue. Yeah, I get that. The yellow and blue is a bit much. But what if we did? What if we filled this in? Actually, we did this. And then moved this over. Come on, over to here. Like that, and then the boat will still come and drop off to here. That'd be fine. And then we want to output to unpack for what? Yeah, water pack. Could have done water platform. Didn't think of that. But we want to unpack. I'm just trying to figure out. We want to obviously unpack into another barn. Ironically, probably this barn here that we've already taken of all the goods. So let's use that one. Put that there. Let me remove all this here. Oh, we've got to remove the bombs first, then the grain. Goodbye. And I want to build this on that side, but I want to flip it over, which is going to make life a little awkward. We'll do this. We'll just copy there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, move the camera down. Come on, come on, what? Stop. Try again. Copy, we want to paste that. There. Yep, like that. Then you can come down to there, and then I've got to just rebuild the lines because I want it to be flipped. I don't want the upper one to be here, although that could be on the ground as well if we did that over there, but we're not we're doing it this way. Okay, put that in there, and then we're going to go over the water. Except we're in the wrong place. Okie dokie, there we go. Boom, 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 like that. There we go. And then we'll build it up in the water because why not? Will be nice. So we want to go. Like that. You go that way. You go that way. You go that way. You go that way. You want to be metal conveyor belts, don't you? They'll be split evenly. So we want to do a splitter there. Okay. And we want to come from this barn and go into there. So we need a packer or something. Right, you can stop now. We're going to transfer our bread up to here, and we're going to have to figure out all this omnipipe mess as we go. And we need our magic crate as well. Zoom over here again. Instantiate the magic crate. My chair is creaking like mad. Bad chair. Right. There we go. Magic crate. Move magic crate. The magic floating crate that just floats over the entire world, transporting goods from one place to another. Whatever it's doing, nobody understands. You just simply accept the magic crate for what it is. Okay, I might actually move this up so that I can have belts come out the bottom with bread. These don't need it, that's fine, but these will need belts coming out the bottom with bread. Because we need bread to come down, and then we need chicken as well, and cheese. Oh my days, what am I doing? Yeah, I didn't want to build this at all. This is completely wrong for what I wanted to build, but I built it now, so we're sticking with it. Yeah, I don't get that. Crates have no water output and wells have no water output, which is just odd. I don't know. It's just a weird way that they work. I don't know. Right. Yeah, that's wrong anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna move this up. No, there. Okay. That should be metal conveyor belts. Why do I keep doing that? Dum. You go that way, you go that way, you go that way, and you go that way. We go, and then we split them there and there. Okie dokie. But now they're in the air as well. That means I can output these three. I can turn these around. So and they will auto output they can output onto belts, and then the belts can come down with the bread. And then I need to add chicken and add cheese to it, and then somehow get all 3 of those going into the back of another kitchen. Oh my days. What am I letting myself in for here? I don't feel as if this is going to work for our gourmet section. And really, this gourmet section should be on this side anyway, because we haven't got enough gourmet on this side, but whatever. Whatever for the minute. Okay, let's get a packager going on here. And we're going to probably need more than one, but let's start with one and see how we go. Okay. Should build a small stone castle in the desert. Yeah, that would be kind of doable. I've been practicing off camera how to try and build a boat. Like just with these scaffold blocks and things like that as well, trying to build like the bit of a boat, and it's like, it's weird because I can do it in Minecraft, but I just can't do it in this game, which is just odd. But we'll get there. I'll give it a go on camera as well, and we'll see how it goes. We need 2 bread per kitchen. And this can create 2 bread. We need 2 flour per kitchen. So we need 6, 12, 24 flour every 4 seconds, ignoring the speed boost things here. And this can unpack 4 items in half a second. But this only works at 100% speed. This is where the whole trying to maths it out doesn't work, because you need to know what this is actually doing to this time here. If it was 400%, if I did... that doesn't work, but yeah, if I can make it 400%, then it'd be 1 second, and I can figure it out. But 300% of 4 seconds? I don't get how long it is. Yeah, we need to figure out how long it actually takes the boat to come over, whether we might need a second boat. So they just split up, so... But, yeah. Let's do that. My happiness dropped a lot. Yeah, I think the bread has dried up because we're not producing anywhere near as much flour here. But that should be fixed here. Okay, this was a grain one. We need it to be a flour. Look! There we go. Right, so you definitely need more outputs. Dum dum dum. In fact, you're going to need even more than that. Hey, give. Grab. There we go. These top ones aren't going to get as much because it can't unpack fast enough, because I would actually need a boost to help this now. But these are all producing, wow, these are all producing bread and they're now full. And these are producing bread and they're full, so we're not going to know whether this works or not until I actually untap this and get it going. So we will see. You're getting 4 every half second, and these can pull 1 every half second, I believe. That's how they work. So even though I can increase it to 150% speed, which would be 6, which would be exactly correct. That would be 6 outputs. So let's do that. Let's add this to the Steam network, which should be nearby. There it is. Boom. You are now on the Steam network. Our Steam network is still good. Okay, so you should now be unpacking at 150% speed. which means you should be unpacking 6 every half second. So this should be about right. Oh, the one where you could, yeah, you could do that, and then that, and then that, and then that. Yes, I missed that too. Although, I think you can still do that with grabbers here, but you can't go any further with it. It doesn't work. Because grabbers and pushers and things seem to allow you to move blocks into squares that aren't normal. So let me show you what I mean. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the old system, and if we put grabbers on there, it won't work. In fact, I think only the top one would technically pull out of that, wouldn't it? It's been so long since I've done this, I've forgotten how it works. Yeah, it's only going to come out the top one there. But I think, and I'm not, don't quote me on this because I might be wrong. That works. You see that comes out that side there, even though they're stacked together. Then if you come out this side here on the next one. Let me, because I need to put in the 14 blocks. That comes out there. So you can sort of get more out of one tiny square, but you use too much space. So you might as well just spread it out. Because grabbers can actually grab things out into blocks that aren't allowed to be into. And I think pushers can also do the same. They can push into squares that aren't technically allowed to be doing that. But that is a bug, so don't use that because it's wrong. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to here, and I need to remove all these zombie pipes because stuff is wrong. You, what are you doing? You're doing warm coats. You're getting no more warm coat stuff. Why are you getting no more warm coats? Because you're not getting any wool. You're not getting any wool. Or leather, or anything like that whatsoever. So you're just doing coats at the moment. You're just doing shirts. Okie dokie. Right. So let's remove you. This line is not neat. Pause. Because omni pipes go confused. And I don't want to break the omni pipes. Oh, I have to break them there, at least anyway. Oh, and there as well. Because you have to. In fact, I don't want these pipes here. I don't want these pipes here. They can go now. I don't know what that omni pipe was for. We're going to remove that one as well. That was for something I obviously just tapped into it. Yeah, these 3 are no longer required here. We will need them, but not right now. They are in the way. Let's remove them and just be done with it, and then. Oh, yeah, that's not needed either. Right, okay. So shirts are going to here, aren't they? And that was warm coats. We might bring warm coats back yet, not sure. So I'm going to run shirts that way instead. No, that's not the correct omni pipe at all. There's the omni pipe I want. That one. This is for grain. That's no longer doing what it's doing because it's no longer required. And I should have checked my base before I did all that. Oh no, we have omni pipes in there. No, that's mana pipes. Oh, we have on. Oh, phew. Oh, that was worrying. That was worrying. Did I? That is actually filtered to omni pipes. Quality dropped. I am getting hiccups with the stream. It is doing weird stuff. I am sorry about that, but it's jumping up and down, and the frame rate keeps changing as well. I don't think that's actually the game or my end. I think it's YouTube. I'm sending the right stuff. It's just not getting to YouTube on time on schedule. So it might be something on my end. I don't know. I might be messed something up somewhere when I change the bitrate. But it's unlikely because I never do anything wrong. That's all it. Awesome. Yes, good. So yeah. So definitely my end. I never get anything wrong, especially when it comes to playing this game and remembering where things go. You all believe me, don't you? Right. I have just realised that's wrong as well, because these are going to come this way. I don't. No, it's not wrong. Sorry, not wrong. It's just temporarily misplaced, perhaps. God. Right. You stop. You're no longer required. Thank you very much. You stop. You're no longer required. And you stop. You're no longer required. Do what you're doing, and then be done. Be finished. That will be done, and then we can remove all this and turn our bread off because we're done. And then the bread can attach here, which does mean I want to move this here because this is in the incorrect place. Technically it wants to be entirely moved, so it doesn't matter, but it is currently keeping our happiness up a little bit, so I don't really want to get rid of it completely yet. So how about we go this way with it, and then come in there. Okay, that gets that out of the way till we move it later, because this is going to have to be moved over there. We're going to have to sort something out with leather as well, because leather is needed in quite a few different places. So how I'm going to transport that around, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go. Right, I'm just going to stop that there because I don't want to muck about with all the pipes. Yeah, this is the problem. If I want to remove this pipe out of here, I've got to technically delete all of this whole section here to replace it, because if I remove one pipe, this pipe's going to connect to these two, then if I remove that one, it's going to connect to these two, and so forth. So that's where it becomes a little complicated doing this sort of system underground, having them cross over. So yeah, but I'll leave that for a minute. That's fine. That's not a problem. Okay, let's connect up this bread here then, shall we? That is the bread line. That is the bread line. We are on the bread line. And I'll do this, and then we want to go you to there, you not there, there, you to there, you to there, and then you and you and you. And that should. I got bread in. Oh God, hang on. Is that milk? That's milk. Why is our milk stop? We'll figure the milk out in a minute. Right, and that should be the bread going. Yep, there we go. That seems to be working. Awesome. Right, something's gone wrong with our milk as well here, because we are out of milk, yet the system is telling us that we're not out of milk. So this system isn't working for us. Now minecarts don't require any people, do they? No, so we just build more of them. I think that's the way to go. Rather than do all this fancy logic and try and get this all working here, and it's fantastic and it's wonderful, it's great. Let's just not bother with it. Okay, we don't need any... we do need this, but we're going to leave that there. We don't need the agent trigger. We've got an agent trigger there for that as well. Hopefully that's still working. We're going to leave that. Yeah, so what we want to do is just, if this is under 250, we want to turn on that pusher. Okay? But that pusher is only going to be filtered for milk. Milk does not have an O in it. Milk, there we go. Right. So even if that is on, which it should come on, boom, it's not going to push any of these carts because they're not filtered to milk. So let's grab a cart. Let's filter it to milk. Then let's copy it and put 5 of them in and tell them all to go. Oh, that's annoying. They can't pick up milk because it's packaged milk. Do you know what? I don't even want that filter on. No, I don't want that. I want that to always be running, so those carts always just go down to milk. Add a packager between the rails. We packaged the milk already up, and we want to transport it as packaged goods, so that we unpackage it here. But they're not going to pick the milk up because if I filter this one with milk and then turn that one off, will you still get picked up by that? I don't know. Let's see. Yes, you do. Okay, and that does allow you to pick it up. Okay, so the overall filters are wrong, but the individual filters are right. So if we do that and then turn them around, and they've all got individual filters, the inventory filters, not the item filter. And that allows them to pick up milk, and we'll still allow this to pick them up and push them along because they're milk. And then we'll ignore all the other carts because all the other carts are just empty carts, which can pick up anything, which is fine because they're going to pick up that there. And the milk system bypasses this, so we don't have to worry about a milk cart getting accidentally pushed down there. Will it keep the filter when empty? Oh, you mean like this, when it's... Yeah, they'll still get pushed down there. So that should be fine. And if they come along and they've got no milk in them because they're empty, then they'll still get pushed here because this filter sorter is sorting them down there. Oh, that's fine. Really, we could that should be a sorter up there, not a pusher. Because a pusher only pushes if there's space. We want to force the milk ones to come this way, don't we? So let's do that. That forces the milk ones to come that way. I want to spread them out as well because I don't like them being so close. But that's working. That's doing its job. There we go. Now we get milk. Milk is being unpacked. Milk is doing its thing. Okay. And also when it's unpacked, it needs to go this way over here for something as well. Okay, so you're struggling for flour, which is kind of what I thought would happen. This has got enough flour in it, but you're just not getting enough flour in. So if I upgrade these being magic ones, I don't actually think that speeds up transporting the goods because it's still the same. It's still the same amount of of goods come along being split into 3, so that could have stayed as metal conveyor belts, which I think is why I did it in the first place that way, because it works out that it's just it's not really slowing anything down, it's still going. Oh, I missed it. Is the boat like a wagon or a cart? Yep, yeah, the boat's exactly the same as caravans. Basically a water caravan. Where is it? There it is. You can filter these individually, turn them on and off. Well, you can't turn them on and off, but you can filter them. So it can pick up to 4 goods, which is good, because potentially you could get a barn and go 4 different items are in this barn, and then 4 different items are in that barn, and a boat or a caravan can transport them between the 2. A wagon can do it as well, and it just, yeah, it lets you. That's the reason I think everything is by 4s. That's why when you upgrade the barn, instead of them getting more storage, they just increase their storage. Right. So this delivery system isn't working, which means I need more. I need to run another line underneath this to deliver more. I think it's just because it takes 4 seconds to do things, whereas here, actually, that takes 5 seconds. That takes 5 seconds. So this can deal with 5 seconds, but can't deal with a 4-second cook. Okay, and as things speed up, maybe even they'll start failing. I don't know. So I need to double up the delivery. Yep, I think I need to double up the delivery, which is going to be a little awkward. Because I can't see. So let's turn. No, let's just remove those grabbers, because I need to remove all that so I can see underneath and build the same system underneath, if you don't mind. Right, so like that. Which does kind of mean you're not really. Ah, that's going to break this. Maybe we'll have to output it on this side instead. Don't know. Turn around that way. Don't know why. You don't need to do that. It would actually work fine without that, but. The belt under the 3-way splitter should be a match one. You might be right there, actually. I think what I was worried about with there was it was going to prioritise the first one because the belts either side was slower. But you might be right with that. That might be. I did a bit of testing with this and thought I got it right, but it's complicated, tricky business. Do splitter. Right, if I let you go, and then we upgrade that to a magic one. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that centre one being the magic one is fine. I was just worried that it might prioritise straight ahead, because these side ones are the way a splitter works is it goes sort of left forward right, but if left or right is blocked, it will then prioritise another way. So I was worried it might fill up this centre one before it does the other ones. But it seems like they're all about even. Put flour on a chute. I think you can put flour on a chute, but for the distances this is travelling, it wouldn't really matter. That might matter there, but you got to remember, every time it goes around the corner, it stops and restarts its speed. So I don't think that's going to matter that much here. That's going to go down there. This one might be faster, but then we can only output a certain amount anyway, so... Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this, but I think it is the metal conveyor is faster. I know if you use cloth ones it doesn't work, but I think the metal ones are moving it fast enough for there to not be a backup with it, so... We'll go with that. We'll see what happens. The worst that can happen is it all goes wrong and, you know, it catches fire or something. And then we'll all be sat here in amazement going, how the hell did that work? How did that catch fire? That makes no sense. Yeah, with this setup here with the metal conveyor belt in the centre, this line tends to back up and then it's sending stuff through every now and then, whereas without it it's not. So maybe the throughput is a little bit faster. That would make sense. Still not enough to saturate them yet, so we'll go with this, see what happens. Okie dokie. And do that and that. There we go. So we're going to have 8 outputs and 6 inputs on this barn. Right now we've got 6 and 6, so we're okay. We will have a loss because this can't produce fast enough for that, but it's okay. It's okay because I feel like this will back up. Yeah, there we go. They're filling now. Awesome. Awesome. And eventually this will back up. And we should be able to hit our 100% happiness. 1,000 happiness. Absolutely fine. This can all go now because this is done. Catch all the trains. Yep, this can all be deleted. Can I not do this? Do I want to do that? Hold on, let me look at the base again first. No, the base is once again full. I need to clear this out. I actually need to move the base around places and get some of these things in here out. Don't I? Like water. Don't need water. Definitely don't need water. Metal conveyor belts I want to keep because I want to keep the conveyor belts in there. What I want to do is empty the base out and then filter some stuff in it, so it's always going to have certain things in certain places. Because at the moment it's just a mess. So may have to do that. Not right now though. Gold, for instance. Why have I got gold ore as an actual filter? We don't need gold ore in the base. Okay. Right. So now if I delete all these, we should get a bit of corn and a bit of magma. And maybe some gems. We get some fire gems. I think our magic crate is still here, so I think we're going to actually maybe box up the gems. Like so. You're powering that, so we would need to actually potentially do that. Aha. Okay, yeah, because now what I can do is I can take this option here, I can drag it over all these here, and I can press delete, and it will kill them all, which is great. Mass deletion is fantastic, but it fills the base up with stuff, because of course, why not? 120 fish, we don't need fish for the moment, go away. We have enough grain in places, we don't need grain. We have enough sugar, we don't need that. We don't need 3 flour. Okay, there we go. So you done? You're done, you're done, you're done. There's my 20. Take magic crate. Magic crate can go up here, and magic crate can live there for a moment. Awesome. And then we can do the same again. we can just go, yep, dab, yoink, and delete. Goodbye, woohoo! And then go on the ground and remove this. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. They've got 53 magma in there. Great. Unfortunately, I can't do that. Can I? Can I remove these with that? Does it start high up in the air? It does. It does start up in the air, and it doesn't go. Yes, look at that. We can remove all of those. And I really feel as if I should have done that up in the air, because now those minecarts are going to disappear. Let's try that again. Do that, then hold control and go up a bit. There we go. So delete the minecarts as well. Delete. Oh, okay, we got rid of the rails. Right. Okay. So we kept the rails. Yes, the rails went back in the track. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Awesome. I like this tool. I like it a lot. I predict you could do terrible things with it by mistake. Like, for instance, I'm not even selecting the correct boxes there. I could do this, I could go down. But then as soon as I touch something underneath it, it's like, oh, no, you're going to delete things you don't want to delete. No. There we go. Awesome. Right. Yeah, I'm sure one day I'll manage to catch something on fire in here. And we'll all stand in amazement and stare, and I shall screenshot it and put it on Discord and go, look, it caught fire. And then everyone will be confused because you can't do that. It's not something you can do in this game. So, yeah. One day, maybe when mods become a thing, we'll make fire. That infrastructure is no longer required. Job done. Awesome. Right. Yeah. That's the thing with it. I feel as if tools like that should definitely come with an undo function. Because like there, if I'd have gone down just 2 or 3 more, I'd have caught the top of some of these buildings, and it would just delete all the buildings. You'd be like, no. Although that's not a bad idea. You know, if I empty the base full of everything that we don't need, empty it right out, and then just select like all this here and go delete. Because we know what we need to build for what people want to do there. And instead what I'm doing here is I'm trying to move stuff and do things about maybe just deleting the whole lot and starting from scratch would be a better way of doing it. Maybe I'll say before I do that though, because just in case. Right, cheese. We need cheese. That's the next thing, isn't it? Cheese is definitely going to be a thing. So you're doing that. You're all backed up, which is good. Right, so the output. This is working. Is our bread actually backed up here? Not quite. Jesus, that's a mess. Oh, yeah. Okay, move away from that. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. The stream does not like that. So I need bread. Where's bread? Bread's in the food market, isn't it? You're not full of bread yet. You're not full of bread yet. But we aren't quite. I think we are. Oh, autosave. There we go. I think we are. We're selling enough bread, but we're not going. What was the button? Was it L? Yeah, L was the one. There we go. Oh, grains are actually 100% supplied. We have a complete green bar, so we are completely saturated. It just isn't backed up yet. Look at that ticking away there. Tick, 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 tick. All the money. All the money. Like one of them Facebook games, you have to click it, collect the money. Did you play in Farmville? Can't believe how addictive them little games were. So easy to fall into the trap of spending 3 or 4 hours every day playing some weird Facebook game. I think the Sim Social was my big one. I remember spending hours and hours and hours in the mornings playing the Sim Social, and then realising why am I doing this? What? And they shut it down. Damn that EA. The market, looking at it is fine, like this, that's fine. But if I mouse over any of these, it's a little bit laggy, and if I mouse over one of these markets, it slows the whole game right down. I don't know if you can see it on. If you look at these trains here, these are moving quite smoothly. I don't know if this comes through on YouTube, right? But when I mouse over here, you see them. See if I made right. See the trains jumping. Yeah, it's struggling. And here's something I need to check. You are animal feed. You are milk. Okay, so it's not managed to mix itself up yet and go terribly, terribly wrong. That's good. We are getting milk coming back along the line as well. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Right. So we've done that. So what else have we got? What are we missing from these lines here? We've done 5 types of food. We've only got shirts going at the moment for this one, but we need to figure something out for that. We're going to go for gourmet food next. Think we should carry on with this bakery stuff. Just stop dragging my heels and get on with it. I'm just kind of scratching my head at the moment because I don't know how I'm going to do this. I need to figure the numbers out. Let's look at the numbers. There's all my. Right, I've deleted a sandwich shop somewhere, haven't I? Probably, yeah. You can switch over to being sandwiches now, please. Sandwich. This will be our first one. Right, boom. So we need 1 of each. We need 1 bread, 1 cheese, and 1 chicken. Okay. We are making 6 bread every 4 seconds. We can make 6 chicken every 5 seconds. This is where stuff gets confusing. And cheese, we can make 1 cheese every 10 seconds. Cheese is the big problem. We need twice the amount of cheese as we do chicken. Unless I boost these. That's the only way we're going to get these numbers right, is to boost stuff. And hope and pray it works. If we drop to 1 worker. Use pushers so leftover cheese and bread. Yeah, I could potentially go underground here and tap into this line here, the chicken line. And say always go up, and if you can't go up, go this way, and steal more cheese that way. I feel as if that's going to megally complicate this. However, because I'm probably already going to have to use omnipipes to transport things around underground. Because if we have the bread coming out this side, because I can do it above this thing here, that's fine. But then the next lot of kitchens we come to, it's not going to work. Because we've only got so much height we can play with before we run out. And it's going to need supply coming in from the other sides. So do the cheese factory next to the rail, do the cheese factory over here somewhere. Because the milk comes in here. We can package the milk off anywhere, really. The milk's not difficult to come off. I should probably move this down here. I can't move it now because the pipe's on the ground. But we can clear these trees out here. We don't even necessarily need to leave this farm here. We've got sugar elsewhere. We could clear this whole area out here and put cheese production in here. Cheese isn't one they want to buy, is it? No, they want to buy butter. But we've got our 5 for this side, so we don't need to worry about that. Milk and cloth is cheese. Yeah, we've got a cloth factory going on here because we've got all these farms here producing. Well, one farm here producing lots of cotton, and some farms here as well. So that's all producing cotton, and we're making our things there. I kind of want to leave at least that here. Maybe we'll move this over here somewhere, but the workshops coming from the cotton makes sense to make the cloth. But then we've got cloth over here, and then we've got that over there, and then cloth is required for other things as well. So maybe we could just have 2 lots of cloth being made as well, because we're not using the wool for anything over here yet. So we could use the wool from here as well. Put in another barn. We've got a wool barn there. Yeah, it's better if you use wool to make cloth than it is cotton. Definitely, but the thing about that is that cotton grows from just a farm and doesn't require anything major, whereas the wool actually requires the animal feed and the water and all these other bits and pieces. So we've got the infrastructure set up for it and it's fine, but in the long run, in the long process, I do think that actual cotton is better for making cloth than wool is, just because of what's required previously to it. Right now it's fine for us, so I think we'll make cloth over here for our milk, and then we'll use the cotton to make cloth over here for the clothes. And then I don't have to worry about pipes going over the top of each other or anything going weird. We have still got to like transport leather around. That's gonna be fine. We'll figure that out when we come to it. So yeah, so what if we remove this farm here and put in on this side here cheese production right here, but we need twice the amount of cheese production as we do anything else, but so we'll boost them, which is going to be complicated because then we need to add even more inputs. Oh lord, how would we do that? Because if we boost the hello, sorry, oh, we what? Ah, okay, one boat is not enough. Yep, one boat is not enough. Okay, okie dokie. So you take. Gotta wait for you to get there and then tell you to go, so they're both spread out evenly enough. We might need even more than this. We might need like 4 or so boats, which we can do as well. That wouldn't really be a problem. So go. There we go. So now they're spread out evenly enough. So you got one coming along full, whilst the other one empty goes back. Okay. Okay. The right. Let's we don't need this farm. We don't need to just we don't. Well, it's not that we don't need you. We don't need this at the moment. I'm afraid. I'm terribly sorry, but no. Off you go. That's gonna fill my base up with loads more stuff. I need to delete everything in the base. I think I will do that. We'll clear the base out at some point in the near future before it starts getting annoying. But we can clear all these out here. We don't need this. So let's remove all these resources. All of them. Yep, we don't want any trees. Don't want any sugar. There we go. Boom, boom. And then let's flatten that down because that's not level. There we go. Was there stone there? There was. Of course there was. I just deleted it. My brain is going. Wow. Yeah. So if we if we had another cheese factory here, sorry, we need to input input milk and cloth into them, which means we need 2 inputs going in. Although it's not a kitchen, is it? Is it a kitchen? It is a kitchen, isn't it? But it doesn't require fuel. No. And butter doesn't require fuel either. That's interesting. So we're going to get away with fuel in the centre. We don't need that. So we can have cloth coming in one side. It requires 3 milk and 1 cloth. So cloth could be in the centre. Coming in. Wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm going to have to build this rather than copy it. Shall we leave... We'll leave a 3 gap. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Then delete that kitchen. Copy. Interestingly, it's actually copying the kitchens. I'm not holding control. It is copying the kitchens with their information. No, it's not. That's weird. I wasn't holding control for the last one, so I don't quite know. Maybe because they were touching. That thing? No? Okay. Don't know what was going on there. Maybe control was being held down. I don't know. So you want to be cheese. Lovely cheese grommets. Control and copy, control and paste. Paste. Can I just highlight all? No, I can't paste. Right. Okay. We're going to have milk coming from this side. From here. Let's do another barn here, shall we? Boom. And then let's do 3 outputs with grabbers. There we go. That barn is going to supply 3 cheese. Oh, my brain. So that's going to supply milk to here. Then we need to get... cloth and leather. Well, just cloth for the minute. Which is, oddly enough, also at the bottom. That's a little awkward. Move our milk deposits? That wouldn't hurt. I think we'll go with that. I think we'll put the milk above. So we've got the bread being made there for it. We've got the milk being made here for it. Or the cheese being made here for it. Then we need chicken as well. Which I'll probably put below it. And then all 3 of them can pipe into stuff here. And this will be the gourmet one. And I'm breaking the rule of having anything on this side go this way and that go that way because basically this yeah, I think that's going to be the way to do it. We might have to move our milk up to here somewhere, which isn't really a problem. Because if our milk could be here, it could come in from the top. And if our other barn could be here, it could come in from the bottom. That would make life easier for us. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll move the milk and stuff around. So milk is going to go the opposite direction. It's going to go exactly where they are, which is... not as annoying as it sounds because we can just come off from anywhere here, can't we? So if we move the milk barn to in there, it can come down, go around, go back up again and be gone. Yeah. Yep, we'll do that. Right, so oh right, so I'm gonna have to do this. Where do we want it? We want it here, don't we? In these 3 here. So we want the barn. I'm going to make a new barn just for a moment. To be there. Well, I need to level the ground out. Because that is not correct. Figuring this stuff out is logistics. Logistics is interesting. Right, so we want to go... do a wiggle, don't we? There. Like that. Like that. There we go. Then we copy that and put that there instead. And then we delete that barn because we don't actually want that barn. So you go down there, right, then we remove that. And then we can move this barn to here. And then, yeah, move all this over. Oop. Right, okay. Now I've stopped sneezing, hopefully. Let's upgrade this and just use up those that's on there. There we go, thank you very much. Ba-bum. You done? You're done. Right. Pause. Move you to just here for the moment. We don't need that line there anymore. That can go because it's in the way. So, shoo. We don't need this rail here at all anymore. That's no longer required. Flatten that down just so I don't get confused. You can be moved to there. You can be moved to there. And then my camera's in a really bad place there. Try that again. Move. There. There we go. There we go. Awesome. And that should be exactly the same setup as it was upstairs. We just need to connect the underground milk pipe. Is this one. I'm going to connect it to the barn. Ooh. Yep, connect it to the barn instead. And then the milk should just go down there, come back up again, and that should work. Anyone see anything problems with that? Anyone think that's going to go wrong? It's okay. Yep. I. Good. Okay. I'll take that as a go then. We'll leave that as it is, and that's going to work there. Let's upgrade this barn as well because we're going to need all the milk we can get. There we go. Yeah, and no trains can go that way by mistake. No, anything coming this way can do this one here. I'm going to double check the fertilizer is still working. Which it is, by the looks of it. This is set to 3 for some strange reason, so I don't quite know why yet, but well, the counter things aren't quite working the way I expected. I do think we are going to need some more boats for this though. I think we're going to need, yeah. Right, let's wait for them to connect. There we go, right there. So if I put one boat down here, one boat up here, on the big railway as a large bump, I can separate the carts out a bit. Yeah, you're right actually. They have been a bit close together for a while. You drop that into there, and then you come here and do exactly the same. Drop that into there. And I put one boat here and one boat over there, so now they're spread out, and I waited for the 2 to be in the centre. So now we've got 4 boats all evenly spread. So these 2 should always meet here at the same time, and then these 2 should be at either ends when that happens. So yeah, we need to slow down the carts here somewhere to spread them out. I mean, the thing is, I probably don't need as many carts as I have on here now, because I've got 5 dedicated to milk. So maybe we could just drop the amount of carts down and spread them out that way. In fact, do you know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to get some dedicated carts going on here. We're going to get rid of this logic. This logic is a wonderful thing, but it's clearly not working because the counter here says 0 and the counter over there says 3. So I think that's a little confused there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to actually remove this logic here. Maybe even move this barn over a bit. Although, no, I think we'll leave the barn. We'll leave that, but we are going to change the rails a bit here and change some stuff up. Have the long rail go up and over. What I was going to do, actually I need to change this back now. Now I think about it, was I was going to do the whole the carts must wait to be filled up. Do it in every place. Do it so that like here we'll put a. Let me do it here first because this makes sense. We'll put the barrier down. He says now not knowing where it is on his list. It's not on my list. Okay. Yeah, we'll put a barrier gate down. Like so. And we'll say you can only leave when you're full. When you're full of 20 goods. And that will spread them out because the barrier gate takes a second or so to open. Even though they fill up instantly because this is all done. So and then I can do that there. I can then set all these minecarts up to just be picking up animal feed. And have them set up to only fill up. And we've got a barrier gate thing here. Yeah, we've got one set up here already, haven't we? But it's not actually rigged up to anything. Yeah. Yeah, so we don't want that. So remove that and we'll go, hey, if you're above 20, then turn that on. You're above or equal to 20. It should never get above 20, so that'd be fine. And we'll sort all those ones down here. So remove this logic as well. We don't need that. We also don't need that logic. And we don't need that logic. Oh, no, we did. We did need that logic. That was the important one. Right, oops. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that agent trigger there and say you can come along here. Then do that. So you bypass. So any trains that come down this one here will just bypass and join back on along here. So they won't have to worry about that. That's what I'm just thinking of here. The this needs more track going back, and then this actual barn needs to rejoin somewhere else because otherwise it's not gonna. The trains are gonna get blocked here. So these are all gonna be just waiting in line to pick up the next one. Although I'm not gonna have as many carts. I'm gonna drop it down to only having, say, we'll have 5 carts dedicated to doing fertilizer. Say 10 carts to only doing animal feed. We could go up and over. There's no reason why not. Let's do that. Let's go up and over. So yeah, that barrier gate does not need to be there anymore because we're going to have dedicated ones. We can go up, come along, come down, and then rejoin here. That makes sense. Okay, so will 3 be enough? And I think I will use scaffold for this. So let's go up to there. we go along here. No, that's not right. What happened there? Along there. There we go. And then back down again. So it goes up and over. That isn't needed there anymore. And then ring joins there. And just because I want it to be symmetrical, get it entirely wrong and do that, and then do that. There we go. Copy. Boom, boom. So anything with fertilizer will come along here and be pushed up and go up and over and come back down again, like so. And then all the other carts will go along here, and we will have a barrier gate there saying that's there, and that will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 before it blocks up, and we're going to have 10 carts for that. Okay. So what I want to do then, that was where it was originally going to be, is I want to stop all the carts, don't I? So let's stop all the carts there, and then we'll figure this out. Okay, and then we want a sorter. Oh, this isn't going to work. Nope. That has to do that. Because otherwise the carts will carry straight on and go that way. So we don't want to do that. So we want a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's enough for them to wait there. So we want a barrier gate here. We have one already. Excellent. I should probably put in some support here as well, just so it doesn't look so floaty in midair. Although it's floating everywhere, isn't it? We haven't built any support for this at all anywhere. So there we go. Those two columns are holding that entire long line up. That's completely believable. Yeah. Fantasy game logic. Okay. So we need logic. Where's my logic blocks? We need an inventory sensor, and we need a math block, and that should be it. So you are going to read that square there, a link to there. Then you are going to link to the barrier gate, and you're going to say if equal to or greater than 20. It should never get to be above 20 because there's only ever 20 in the carts. So that will never ever be a problem. But just in case there is something that comes along at some point and updates the carts to have more storage, which is possible, we'll do that. And then we want a sorter here, which is filtered to being fertilizer. Boom. There we go. Okay, and we're not compressing fertilizer, we're just sending it around raw. Awesome. Okay, you're no longer needed. Logic. So we're just going to have this running all the time. We're going to probably need more than 10 carts to it, but then they're going to be going over and over and over, aren't they? So this shouldn't really be a problem. Okay. You've just stopped because I didn't finish the logic off here, did I? Nope, I did not. What a fool. Right, you read that one, you link to that, you link to the barrier gate, and you are going to be set to equal or greater than 20. And then you're not going to open because there's no opening. So if I click that, then ooh, you let a lot of carts through at once then, but then this might not work with magic rails. Yeah, this might not work with magic rails. We might have to slow down the rails here. Yeah, we might have to put slower rails in there. Yeah, just to separate them out. There we go. That's okay. Okay. So every pickup we need to put 3 slower rails in at least where the pickup is. There we go. Okay, drop-offs don't care, don't matter. There's a lot of carts there. Wow. Okay. And then we put 3 there. There we go. So I need to filter that one, not the other one, because otherwise it won't work, will it? So we want to filter this one for animal feed. Okay. And then how many do we want? 10? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Delete the 11th one. Delete. So if I control and copy that, then highlight all them and go control and paste, it worked. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So there's 10. 15, you reckon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paste. So that's 15 for that. That does mean this needs to be longer, because that could potentially back up. But it shouldn't do, so we'll leave that for the minute. We'll leave that for a minute. So all these minecarts here are not needed. Like that. Not needed. Goodbye. There we go. So we've got 5 here, and these are going to be filtered to fertilizer. We can always add more carts as we go. That's not a problem. So control and copy, highlight, control and paste. Awesome. There we go. Now do that and let them go. And they are going to be a bit weird here because they're going to obviously merge in with each other here as they go around here. But then that will be okay. That shouldn't be a problem. We're also going to get them merging together here with the milk, but then the milk gets filtered off elsewhere. Maybe I should filter the fertilizer off here instead, rather than let it go all the way around and come back. That would probably make more sense, wouldn't it? Yes, you'll get the resources back. You'll get the what have I done? I've pressed something and now I'm getting. That's pressing F, but I haven't. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Right, I don't know what that was, but maybe I should have left that. Yeah, you get the resources back. It goes into the base if the base wasn't full. So maybe I've lost some resources there. I don't know, but you get the whatever they cost. You get the iron wheels and iron plates back. We have iron plates, we have iron wheels in here, so we were okay. Okie dokie, that's fine. And when it's working, do a save. Yeah, it does auto save all the time, but yeah, I think you're right. Let's push F5 and save the game, just in case. I would like to know what that overlay was, because that is quite useful. I mean, holding F brings that up, which is what it was, but I wasn't holding anything on the keyboard, and it stayed up. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was like Alt and F. No, Control and F. No, don't know what that was. Okay. But that's quite interesting. That's a like Factorio thing for there. But yeah, I think if we have the fertilizer go this way, that would make more sense. But I can't do it here. Oh, I was still moving around when it was on, so I don't know what I'd done there. Maybe there is a keyboard shortcut for it and I've just missed it. Don't know. I don't want it splitting that way because I can't remember if cart's default going right over left or... No, I can't remember that off the top of my head. So we'll go this way. And then we'll do that. And that. God, does that look weird? Put that there, delete that, and then delete those. So they should default to always going straight on, unless they're fertilised and they'll turn left. Okay. Then we want to put in another normal rail here. There we go. Okay, and that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is crossing over. Yeah, but maybe that's not ideal. We'll watch it and see. I don't think this is ever going to back up, if I'm honest with you. I don't see us ever not having enough fertilizer. I could just run this along further and bring it back. That's probably a better way of doing it. Looks a bit weird, but that's probably a better way of doing it so that there's more parking space here for the trains so they can cross over this junction and not worry about it. Put a filter so the carts you want can go that way only. That would also work. That would work. I forgot about filters. That would make it look so much better. There we go. We did that. Delete that. And then put a filter here. And say, only fertilizer is allowed this way. So then all the other trains will go, hey, I can't go that way, go that way. The fertilizer will go straight on. And that will look better. And then that leaves enough space here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parked here. So if they all back up, they'll be here. They won't be blocking this line here. Awesome. Because we can move this fertilizer barn over to this side quite easily. And just quite literally have them come off, and go back on. So we could even do the same as this one. Put it down lower so they just come off, come down, pick up the fertilizer, come back up again and join. Which I kind of like the idea of, actually. Letting the fertilizer down on the ground. And doing exactly the same as we've done here. Have them come off here, go down, pick up, come back again. I don't think there's enough space for that there, but we'll leave it. It's working for the moment. Have the other track go up and over? It could do. I mean, this could go up and over. Really. How long is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get down there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would put this barn right underneath that track there. If I put it there. I'd probably want it here though, wouldn't we? So we'd come off here, go down, pick up, come along and go out, but we put this here now. The thing is, it could go anywhere because the Omni pipes can be put anywhere for this. They could come up and go further up here if we really wanted to do it. Put it up here. Just have the Omni pipes come along and join that way. So that really isn't a big issue. It is working as it is for the moment. So I think we'll leave it. And if it causes problems, if we see it cause problems, if I notice it causing problems, because of course that's not always the way of things, then yeah. But we'll get back onto what we're doing, because yeah, squirrels distracting me again. So yeah, so we need to move this barn to here. Will do, I suppose. Yep, there we go. And we also want to, oh excuse me, I keep hiccuping. We want to spread these out as well, don't we, these carts? Just so they're not that it matters, to be honest with you, but it just looks better when they're spread out a bit more. I don't know where to spread them out. should be before the pickup, shouldn't it? It doesn't matter where to spread them out because they will eventually just filter around, wouldn't they? So let's do it here. Let's 3, 4. Let's do 5. And no, that one, please. We'll go up, up, down, down. I think that's right. They don't lose. They don't gain as much speed going uphill as they do going down. And we want to use normal rails for that. That didn't seem to affect them in any way. I think because they're coming off of the high-speed rail. Now they're bumping into each other, which is awesome, because that means it slowed them down. That's what we want. That's what we want. What I should have really done is built this in a way where I can have the carts come off and go a different route, and then that way they can park up and go, hey, I haven't got 20, so I need to stop. I could still do that because I'm using individual carts. That would add extra complication to this. Is it worth it? What do we think? Do we think that's worth it? To have the trains, say, come around this side and then have a parking bay? So if they haven't got 20 goods because the barns are empty for whatever reason, they just stop. And they go and rejoin the main line. No, too complicated? Okay, fair enough. We'll leave it as is then and do that. That kind of works. So if two cars get too close together, they bump into each other and stop. So that's okay. So what I want to do now then is I want to use my final minecart here. And I want to filter you. Oh, hold on. I think I've been using the other filters. I have been using the other filters, haven't I? Oh yeah, because this has got no weird logic to it, so that's fine. What do we want here? What am I doing? I'm doing leather? No. Wool. I'm doing wool here. Wow. Wool. One, two, three. Turn around. Okay, you're doing wool, and then I'm going to filter you to be leather. Because why not? And then we're going to copy and go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to delete the original one. Don't know why I did it that way, but I did. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to rotate, 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 rotate. That's not going to work because these three are different. Bob. So we've got 3 carts doing wool, 3 doing leather. We've got 3 of everything. We've got 4 eggs. We've got 4 eggs, 3 beef. 1 chicken, 2 chicken, 3 chicken. So we've got 3 of everything, 1 extra egg. Because eggs are being sold directly. That's why. Yeah, so leather and wool. So that will fill up this one here with leather and wool, hopefully. And then hopefully these two will bash into each other and slow each other down. And yeah, there we go. They're bashing into each other and slowing each other down. I could alternate them. I could do 1 of each, and then 1 of each, and then 1 of each. I put all 3 together so it worked in my head. But now I'm not so sure. I think this doesn't. This is too high, isn't it? I think this is too high. Yeah, I think this should just be 1. Oh, needs to be normal out, normal out, normal out, normal out. Boom. Those 3 should be normal out. There we go. And then they pretty much ignore it unless they're too close together, and then they bash into each other. And cause the whole thing to back up. But they're not spreading out so far now. So hopefully they'll all get round before they come back again. That's good. There we go. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I suppose spreading them out that way would also help for feed, but we're not struggling for resources yet. So at the minute it's not so bad. I think we're okay. That's wool. Okay, right. So we need to supply 3 lots of milk. You're too far forward. I can't find the side there. Bread, keep it up now? I think it is. I think this is all. Yeah, these are backed up. That one's got 2 or 3 in it. That's got 10 in it. Yeah, I think this is. We're still selling them at the moment. Everything seems to still be selling. We're not completely saturated on it, so they're not buying as much as there was. Let's bring up that there. We are completely saturated, so that's 100% done there. Milk we're a little bit low on, which is surprising because milk is flowing in as fast as it possibly can, but I think that's going to fill up soon. Eggs we're also a bit low on, but I think that's because of a supply thing. Fabric we're not getting enough in at the moment, but we are getting happiness, and ether we're completely saturated on, so yeah, eggs do seem low. That's odd. We are getting enough eggs coming round, and they are just being plugged directly into go. Maybe eggs get consumed quicker. Not sure. Yeah, look, the eggs they're way quicker than the meat. So eggs get used up quicker, so that's why the eggs are going there, and the milk is being used up quicker than the meat as well. So that explains why some are filling up and some aren't. So yeah, so shame it doesn't actually tell you the actual speed that they're consumed at, unless it's something to do with the price. The cheaper it is, the quicker it goes. Maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, the Omni pipe. Oh, we got loads of cloth there. The Omni pipe speed upgrade. I think it's probably the first one I want. Yeah, that's the one I actually want there. But I need a star coin and Omni stones. We've got plenty of Omni stones. To get the star coin, we need to supply this with. Well, the only thing we're not making is the wards. Actually, we are making the wards as well, aren't we? We were making the wards. Whether we still are or not, I don't know. We are making the wards, and you are full. And you are full of wards. Now, here's an interesting question. If we built 2 Omni temples, well, no, they wouldn't. I don't even need to ask that question. They wouldn't feed individually. You couldn't feed both of them and get the same thing going on here. No, that's not how any buildings work. So why would the Omni temple be any different? So we need water crystals and earth ethers. You can only hold 10 at a time. That means that when this fills up 100%, it auto collects the star coin. I think it's off because once you collect it, these change. So if you're piping goods in, you'd want to turn all the pipes and stuff off first before you collect it. Otherwise it will change to something new and you'll be piping the stuff in you don't want to do. I think. I'm not entirely sure. We do want to pipe in these. These are right next door to us. And we want water ether, which happens to be there. So 2 of the goods are here and 2 of the goods are down there. Or one's down there and the other one's there that's not really doing anything right now. So using magic silos to... Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right. These ones we can pump in from here. That's fine, because they're the ones that I need the most of. So we need 100 cure spellbooks and 200 wards. Now, we're not making any spellbooks whatsoever here. What is this? This is the potato line. Do we use potato? We will use potato for something, I suppose, at some point. Yeah, so the cure. This is the cure line. So we want to just concentrate on cure, don't we? So, what if I got rid of you and got rid of you? Then put you in there and just told you to be cure. Cure, boom, there you go. You need books and you need water power. Now, water power is underground and is currently running. There is water power. Okay. You also need magic power. I don't know why you need magic power. You don't actually need magic power. Mana power. Nope. But you do need enchanted books. And enchanted books come from the enchanter. Turn that one off. In fact, we don't need that. And it's annoying because there's loads in there and we can't get them out. Okay. What do you need? You need leather. Well, leather is now there. Let's omnipipe leather over. Because we haven't got enough omnipipes underground. We desperately need more. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I have made a terrible, terrible mistake. Do that. Cut that off. Make this to be leather. These let you be able to put all them goods back in again before we go. Yes, awesome. Right. Go down there. Right. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, so leather's now coming in and doing that thing there. That will produce... I don't know what's going on here. Why would we have a silo buffer? Your leather, you're not needed right now. You're not needed right now. We don't need that either. Have a book buffer, which is fine. Yep, that's all right. Then you're going to produce enchanted books, and then the enchanted books can only go this way, and then you will produce cure books. Even though you're not getting any power, that's fine. You're not getting any power because you're not connected to the mana system. Because I need to delete and replace that one. There we go. Okay, because I changed the one above it. Now you're producing cure books. Awesome. So let's make another silo. There. Touch that. There we go. And then you'll fill that up with those. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. Now over here, I think we have 50 wards already. So we're halfway to what we need. So let's grab another silo. The spellbooks are complicated because of the mana requirements underground, which confuse it a bit. Although you can put the mana stuff above ground as well if you want to. That's something that you can actually put mana pipes above ground. but the amount that's required to make them is quite a lot. You do actually use quite a fair bit of resources to get them all going. Right, let's tap you off and then put a splitter in here because we can. There we go. And then that should start filling you up. Excellent. And we want to run some ethers off here as well, don't we? So what we'll do is we will just quite literally do that and put a pusher there. So that gets priority. There we go. And then that's going to get your water ethers. You need more water ethers than anything else, so I think we'll be okay. I can turn that on and off as and when required. And then we need 200 wards and 100 cure spell books. So one silo of cure spell books will be enough. Awesome. That will get us our first. But we also need one Omni Stone. Is that right? Or do we need one star coin and one Omni Stone to make one notch on there? Which would mean we need 100 star coins. Because if that's the case, these are ridiculously priced. Oh, this is the Omni upgrade. We don't want that. We want the Omni pipe upgrade. Yeah, that one. That one. Oops. Nearly got that wrong. As 20% movement speed to Omni pipes. Requires one of them, 100 of those. 100 purple coins and 40 seconds. Yeah, the Omni pipe speed is what we want, not the Omni upgrade, Omni power upgrade. That was one it was on, so that was wrong. Is that the difference between I'm not entirely sure. I feel as if their speeds are. Well, hang on. We can actually test this. Let's do a little test here. So 10, 10, and 10. That's 10 log. Okay. We then need a barn with something in it. Give me sandwiches. That'll do. Boom. Okay. And the game is paused. You put down those there. And what I'll do is as soon as this one hits the end here, we'll pause it. And we can figure out. Boom. There you go. So the last one hit the end there. So I would say each one is 50% faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're 5 squares on the metal one when this one got 100, and we're 1, 2, and we're getting into the third one, so 2.5. So a metal conveyor belt is twice the speed of a cloth conveyor belt, and the magic conveyor belts are twice the speed of the metal conveyor belts, which would make them 4 times the speed of cloth conveyor belts. So it's not 20%, it's 100% boost speed there. And I think Omni pipes are the same speed as mana pipes as well, but as magic belts. But Omni pipes have the advantage of being able to go up, down, left, right, and all over the place without. They can go vertical, whereas these can only go up in a 45-degree angle. There we go. Okay. Know what the actual throughput is of a belt would be interesting as well. I could probably figure that out as well. how quickly a cloth conveyor belt transfers goods. I think I'm got a feeling the cloth conveyor belt is something like it's 1 tile per second. So that would mean that metal conveyor belts do 2 per second, and then magic do 4 per second. Which might be a bit wrong, I'm not sure. Mind you, Willy Wonka's fact. Yeah, the whoosh pipes that go everywhere. Okay, are you nearly done? You're 65. Okay, what about you? You got to be done, haven't you? You are done. Awesome. Right, so you can wait for a moment. In fact, we'll copy you and get another one because we need 2. Yoink the silo. You're actually struggling for mana power. Which is because these are oversaturated. There need to be 5 of them rather than 3, so this whole system wouldn't have worked anyway. It was flawed from the beginning. We can upgrade it. We can upgrade them. We have the technology. There you go. Okay. This is all still doing its thing. Books need a similar system to the ether system. That is quite possible. Yeah, we're going to need an enchanter for each one with its own power source behind it. Going along, I think, yeah, it will be maybe not 3 enchanters per one, maybe just 1 enchanter. That might be fast enough if it's got enough power. But building it this exact same way, copying this and just replacing these with enchanters would work wonderfully, because it would give us the opportunity to expand if needed. So not a bad idea. And this weird mana pipe system going on here. So we just have like up to the refineries because you don't need the next. It would just be a case of supplying it with enough paper, which paper is a problem. Because you cut down so many trees for paper, it's unbelievable. We have got lots of trees over there which we could import in. So that is a possibility. Okay, you're done. Awesome. Right. Let's rank you over there. Oh, autosave. Oh, put him. Okay, put you in there. So the only thing we should need to do is get the other silo of wards. It's almost done actually, so cool. It shouldn't be a problem. Okie dokie. Off we go. Oh. That's gonna go and do its thing and be happy, and there will be much rejoicing. You're gonna need 400 of those, so you're technically gonna need 200 more once this is finished, aren't you? Oh, hang on. Hang on. We've got 6 points. This is totally different to what I thought it was. I thought you need to do 100 in order to make 1 star point. Okay, so every one of these gives you a star point, and then after 100 offerings, this will change. What is this collect bonus thing then? I'm going to turn that on. Oh, maybe at 100 you auto collect the bonus, and then it gives you something new. So we'll leave that off and let it go. But Yeah. My brain was just going, if I put a barn in here and just fill it up with ether, then I can not waste any ether on this line here, but I don't have to worry about that because it'll be fine. Well, if that's the case, I'll bet you this does need 100 stars and 100 omni pipes. 100 omni stones. We can find out because apparently it lets us do it because we've got 12 stars now, so let's give it some omni stones. We've got a cart here somewhere with some omni stones in it. I don't know what you're doing. I assume you're for something, but I'm going to steal you and put you in there, and that will give us that, and then that will give us 1 progress towards the omnipipe speed. Yep, and like all the other research, we have to do 100 progress to get it complete. That would be level 1. So we need to provide it 100 omni stones, and luckily the star coins are just transported magically around. So that's cool. That's I don't mind that. That now makes sense in my head. A silo. We need a silo of omnistones, so we need 100 omnistones. And we have 1,000 right smack bang here in this oh, for some reason you're not running. Why do you never... Oh, you are running now. Okay. Call me a liar. Go on in. Why not? You're not getting enough ether. Not really surprising, is it? Let's be honest. We need to change this up. Come on, grab the ether. Make it faster. We do have enough ether in there. We've got 400. I never upgraded these all the way. Why did I never upgrade them all the way? That's interesting. Those didn't because we didn't really need a buffer, but these... mind you, I never upgraded them either. Okay. Okay. Go back in there. Right, okay, so we have our silo of omnistones. We just need a crate of omnistones. Yes, we need 1 large round crate of omnistones. And 100 reading books. Every go. That's a lot. That's a lot. I am glad we kickstarted this and got this going again now. And we've got plenty of books here because this can enchant books at a decent pace and keep this going. Okay. I was going to take out that silo thinking we didn't need that buffer. Ooh. Thankfully I didn't. Thankfully. Right. Okay. So this is going and doing its job and doing its thing, and we run out of those. And okay, so we delete that. We'll move this one over here. You can't even drop it in there. 100 books go. Sorry, 100 books per go is super pricey considering how hard it is to get the stars. That is true, but this is infinite research, don't forget. We're now at a stage where... basically, this, if you were looking for an end game goal, building the Omni Temple would be the final building you would ever make. We've obviously gone for this goal here, and our happiness has dropped again. Why has our happiness dropped? What has happened? What has happened? Fabric is low. Eggs are low. Eggs are a problem. We have no eggs. We have no beef. What? Oh, we don't have enough animal feed. We need more carts. 15 carts were not enough. Let's go with that. Let's go with 25 carts, shall we? That does mean that this is going to back up and cause this all sorts of problems, but we can move this entrance down here if we want to. Not really a major problem. We could in fact move this barn to be in the centre and just have a cut off earlier on. for this one. So we'll go to 25 of them. So yeah, so that's why happiness dropped, because we weren't getting enough stuff going on there. Okay, I'm really curious as to what this collect bonus is. That's a big thing for me. That's going to be. Our supply is keeping up, so that's not so bad. Yeah, I can see what you mean by it is kind of pricey at 100 a go, but I suppose you're not using the school for anything else now. So you're not using research books for any other research, because you can't do the Omni Temple research till you've done everything else. So the infrastructure you would have built to make them, yeah. Yes, it potentially can. It can cause a 25 could cause a blockage here, because this is not designed for it to be that long, but they should be spread out enough for it to work. If we see it going wrong, we can move this back. Or move this barn into the centre here and just have the can't do that, literally just cut inside. The other fertiliser barn. This one, it shouldn't do, because all the ones are going this way, aren't they? The only ones that are going down this track are the 5 fertiliser ones. Because all the animal feed ones go that way, and that's way longer than 25. Hoping it can keep up, that's the problem. Because at the moment it's not keeping up. I can see why we kind of had 50 on the go before. And the packages, yeah, I think these are going up. The barns, yeah, the animal feed in the barns are going up. That's okay. The problem is that we're not getting enough animal feed in to undo. And over here, we were dealing with what was it, 50 minecarts before. So we're okay for this. I think this is going fine. In fact, these aren't getting enough supply in technically. These barns are still going okay. That's all right. This, unfortunately, isn't enough. We need to get this going better. Well, flour is struggling. I think it's just transportation at the moment that's the problem. Carts are definitely faster than cargo boats, but cargo boats carry a lot more. So, our choice of transportation is getting interesting. I think it probably just have to add more carts to it. See how it goes. But let's not get distracted from it. Aha! Aha ha ha! We have a floating star in the sky. Right. So I want to. Are you putting it back in? You are. That splitter is putting it back in. He's putting it back in the barn. Awesome. Right. So what I want to do is I want to do that, and then turn this off. So I'm not wasting any ethers here. Okay. And shall we find out what this is? Click. Double click. No. Oh, collect bonus. It was 100 stars. Oh, nice. So when you make 100 offerings, you can then collect bonus and get another 100 stars. Boom. And now for the next round, it wants different things. Okay. I like this system. I think this is all right. quite like this system. It's very, very different. And you get 100 bonus stars at the end of it. That's pretty good. Because that's going to give us enough to get this going. Although this is now struggling for writing speed because we have no mana power. Really? Why do we have no mana power? That surprises me. I would have thought this has got 5 recharged. Wow, okay. So when we build up this other infrastructure there, we're going to have another set of enchanters with mana power doing things. And wow, okay. Okay, that's fine. What did it need for the next one, anyway? Notebooks? Oh, does it need stamina books? Okay, stamina books are not something we're making, so yeah. Right, but we have 170 stars, and we should go down to back to 100. More mana crystal. I thought that, but then these have all got crystals in them. Each and every one of them has got at least 1 crystal in there, and it can only charge 1 crystal at a time. So I could either upgrade them with Omnistone upgrades, or I could put more recharges. Well, these central ones are struggling. I wonder whether it's just something to do with this. Oh, that's a bit wrong. That way. There we go. So that one couldn't get its gems out quick enough. Because I've had that issue before where, because everything was coming down to a single line, the central one couldn't output fast enough. I don't really think that's an issue here. Not by the looks of it. No, it is just purely a charging issue. Yeah, providing the bonus is 100 every time, then yes, you complete it and you tick up to 100 slowly, and then you get one big hit of 100. So yeah, every time you fulfill it, you get 200 stars. Maybe the bonus will be different for depending on what you're putting into it. Unlikely, I guess it's that. I don't know. That's the first time I've ever used it, so we'll see. But right now we are struggling to keep going. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Oh, oh! I've been sat down for too long. Oh, stretchy stretch. Oh, and here we go. 100. But woohoo! Adds 20% movement speed to items carried by Omni pipes. Huzzah! Right. Let's go to our Omnipipe setup now. Let's have a look at our anything. Oh yeah, we're actually getting gaps in the meat now. So this is moving faster than... no, it's not that. We're not actually getting enough meat coming in. Because we are not getting enough animal feed. No! Is the next one 20? Good question. Let's find out. Let's double check. Omnipipe speed level 2. Adds another 20%. Yep. But it requires 2 Omnistones and 2 stars. And apparently we have completed 1 blip of it. So yeah, so level 2 requires 2 of each. So twice the amount. And then level 3 I guess would need 3 of each. So okay, so that's okay. So although it is technically infinite research, you would eventually get to the point where you would need like level 100 Omnipipe speed would need 100 stars per blip, and you just couldn't keep up with demand for that. But then I suppose if you got to 100%, if you got to 100 level 100, that would give you 2000% speed to Omnipipe, so you just use them everywhere because they'd be way faster than anything else. The eggs are doing badly. I think, where are the eggs? Eggs doing okay. They're not. Yeah, eggs doing okay. Beef is doing badly. We have no beef because we have no animal feed. So let's put in another. We're on 25 carts now, aren't we? That's fertilizer, we don't want you. Nope. 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 You. So if we're on 25, oh, add the L one. Yes, yeah. Hold on. 25. Let's put another 10 down. That would give us to 35 carts. Go. Right, and let's have a look. L. Yep, eggs are saturated up. That's good. Grain is good. Fabric is good. Ethers are good. What was the other one that was struggling? Milk, wasn't it? Milky. Yes. Ah, well, I've got my 10. We've got 35 carts now, so. Let's see whether that can go. I just don't want to completely empty this barn. I'm a little concerned it's not going to keep up. These are having no problem. It's just they're not getting enough from these. We're getting enough in. Should we add all these to the Steam network? Reckon that would be an idea? That would destroy our Steam network at the moment. Maybe we could build a second Steam network over here, because that is possible. Yeah, our Steam network goes this far. It's connected to a lot of things that aren't needed. Are there any minecart upgrades? Oh, in the Omni one? Maybe. Have a look here. Yeah, if I build a steam pipe here and connect it, you'll see it says supply and demand is 0 because it knows what it's connected to. So we could build a second steam network here just for these. Easily put it up here, which would be fine. I don't know which one. Let's very quickly. If I did it here, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so demand is 900. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, are there any upgrades for minecarts? Don't think I saw any. We have general production speed, which increases everything by 25%, which is fantastic, but getting the supply in is a bit of a problem there of stuff, because we just need more supplies. We can increase, we get more houses, we can get the Omni Temple to actually go faster, the fire, water, earth and air temples, the shrines to go faster, so we could produce fire more, the rechargers to go faster, that's quite useful. That's one that I'd be interested in. Omni upgrades, which means that every Omni upgrade gets increased more than it currently is. So right now, an Omni upgrade gives us 40% speed. I don't know what that does. It just says it increases it. So maybe it goes up to 50% instead. Mana pipe speed is just make them faster. I don't think we're ever really going to need that. We're not struggling for the speed. We're struggling for the recharges. Maybe they go hand in hand. The Omnipipe ones we have, and a crop yield. I thought that was crop speed. I must have misread that at some point. I thought that was crops grow faster, but it's not. That's the yield. So that means when a tree grows, for instance here, this tree has grown. It's not grown yet. That tree has got 9 resources to it. It would have, say it doubled. I don't know. So it would have more resources to get before it gets dropped down. That would work if we didn't have the mega farm setup that we got over there that can kind of keep up with everything. But if we had more limited areas, that would work really well, because you don't have to wait for things to grow for as long. So yeah, recharger speed would be nice as well. I do like the idea of that. You've got to be careful with this though. It says crop yield increases the amount of resources to be retrieved when planted crops and trees become fully grown. So I'm guessing that's only trees that are on omniplatters and crops that are on fields. So no, not mines. In fact, there's no mining upgrades here at all. Other than the production speed, I assume that would increase the mine as well. Just as I say the mining one, you type it out. Yep, exactly. Great minds think alike. Yeah, no mining, which is surprising. I would have thought there would have been increases pickaxe effectiveness or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, recharge speed's one we're going to go to. I kind of want to get level 2 omnipipes. Just because, I suppose. Really. Although, if I get 2 more star points, I could do the other one as well. The problem with that being that we've now done 1 point in Omni speed because I didn't realise that I got my Omni stones messed up. Okay, so you are not supplying enough. This is struggling. This boat one isn't... Well, I think it is working, but the problem is we're not getting enough resources coming in here. So, you would have to be on the network as well, definitely. Is level 2 pipes plus 40% or plus 20%, as in you already did 20% one? I think it's an additional 20%. Yeah, adds 20% movement speed, so it would become 40%. So you'd have to do it 5 times to get 100% speed. And I totally forgot you can add workers to the school, and they work on a weird. They work like farms, but for some reason this gets like an extra happiness. It's 210 and we're actually getting 630, so this gets 3 times the amount of happiness. I really don't get that. That gets 3 times the amount of happiness bonus that everything else does, which is just odd to me. You're the same. No, you're just 210. Okay, but you get 100% worker per. You get 100% speed per worker, which is weird. And farms, you get 210 and you get 100% worker bonus. So farms and foresters, every person you add increases the speed by 100%. For every other thing, every person you add gives you 25%, which is weird. And the school's a special case that gets 3 times the amount of happiness bonus. I don't get why the school is that way. Why isn't it the same as the farms, for instance, where it just gets extra people, gives it 100% bonus? It's a bit weird how some of these things have just worked up over time. Right. Okay, so we are now completely full here of grain, of animal feed. Means hopefully our meat will start picking up again. Yeah, because these have got 3 Omnistone upgrades in them, level 4 upgrades. We've got 100% workers. This really is something that I should have done. I should have spread out rather than having 5 workers in one place. But then it's much easier to do it this way because then you're dedicating stuff to a single area. But I think in my desert town playthrough, my desert island playthrough, I'm going to try and not have increased people in anywhere. I'm just going to have more places. Anyway, now that is averted and that is working, and we have figured out what's going on there, and we've got a little bit of omnipipe speed, and I want some more, but we'll do that in a bit. Shall we get back to what we were doing an hour ago and do this? It's my fault. It's my fault it's not doing it, because I get distracted very, very easily. So let's have you come in and then split 2 ways, then split 3 ways. That's not going to work, is it? No, especially when you think you need 3 milk per one. So you should come in and split both ways and do that, and then you should go outside by 2, and you should come outside by 2 that way. So we're going to have this sort of thing going on here. Bump and bump. And then we're going to have to go up and up and up. And do the same. It's supposed to be metal conveyor belts, damn it. And you're supposed to go straight on. There we go. Right, and then you're supposed to have a splitter down here. There, and you've got one there. Awesome. And then you need 2 to come along and go this side. I suppose we could just run that off the centre, couldn't we? So you there. You to there. Right, and then the splitter. Dum, 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 and dum. Right. And then a splitter there. Okay, then we have to put a grabber there, there, and there. And don't need one there, but I'm going to put one there anyway. There we go. So that would be milk being supplied. At least it would be. If I hadn't got... What did I do there? It went up too high. Okay. Now strange. Dum dum dum. Right. Try this again. Like that. Off you go. Okay, and then you're all going to be filling up with milk. Yeah, right. Now we just need to get cloth here, which means we need a workshop, don't we? Workshop. Now, I could just put a workshop, well, in the centre and get that going. How quickly can you make cloth? Well, oh, you make it in 4 seconds. Ooh. That's not very quick. Yeah, I suppose at this point in the game, really, I should just be ditching belt and using omnipipes for everything. Which in this situation would be quite easy, because it's all flat. It just becomes a bit weird trying to split things. 3 ways with omnipipes. when you're dealing with making things vertical. But you are kind of right. I should really be having. I do wonder whether one Omni pipe going on and connecting to them would work. I know Omni pipes aren't great above ground, but if I stuck it on the ground, straight around along the floor, would that work better than doing this? Especially if we're upgrading them as we go. Maybe I'll have to have a look into that. I think we will look into that. So I'm going to remove these grabbers. Oh, did not mean to. Whatever. Yeah, okay. So, but I need to get cloth here, and we need one cloth every 10 seconds. So, what I need is one workshop for every 2 of these kitchens. So I need a workshop there and a workshop there. And then we have, I'm going to put belts down because it's just easier for my brain to work for the minute. Like that. Yeah, twice as fast as a blue, but yeah, they could be. Shall we give that a try? Shall we give the sandwich test a try? Where was our barn for the sandwiches? Do you remember I put it? Was that here? Yeah, it was there. So let's do 10 long of that, and let's do an Omni pipe. Give it a test. To there. I'm actually going to run the Omni pipe one longer, just because so I can see. The Omni pipes are not flat. Yeah, I'm just going to do that and then see. It is one longer, but I will stop it once it hits here, so we know. And also the Omni pipes have their own input-output system. So the drawback to Omni pipes is you can't turn them off remotely with logic. That's the only thing I wish they had an on-off switch. But right, so let's give it a race and let's see. This is with 20% in speed. So really, when this gets here, we should be 2 squares behind on here, and then they'd be the same speed. So let's find out. Let's find out. Here we go. Off and stop. There we go. That's slightly over. That's actually into the next square. That's into the next square. I would actually say Omni pipes are normally faster. Yeah, you can put a blocker in the same tile as the connector, I believe. No, you got to put it one past the connector, and then you can turn that on and off with logic. So it's not as bad. You just end up with one in the same tile as it. But it would be nice to be able to access the connector directly, and then have an on-off, an enable or disable on it. You know, so because it's got input, output, or in-out. There is no disabled, which is a shame. Just a black X on it would. But yeah, so we've gone 10.5 squares, and we've managed 7.5 squares. So if we move that back to the 7 mark and move this here, Omni pipes are about 10% faster than magic belts by default, and then the 20% on top of it is giving it another 2 tiles, I would say. So yeah, so that is a little bit faster. So change that to input, and then you have to rotate it around. Do that. And go back in there. See, this is something as well that I've noticed with Omni pipes. It does get a little confused at times. Yeah, and we're increasing them, whereas you can't increase belt speed. So really, going Omni pipes, everything is good. And I lost 1 sandwich. No. Is it in the base? It's not in the base because the base is full of stuff. It is. It is. We have 20 sandwiches in the base. Aha. Aha ha ha. All is well in the world. You can also filter the Omni pipes as well, so you don't have to worry about them grabbing the wrong items. You can filter them, that's fine. Empty your sandwiches. Yay, there we go. More sandwiches. Awesome. Awesome. Right. Yeah, so let's use Omni pipes here instead to transport goods around. I think for these little ones, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to use belts. But for this longer row, we'll use Omni pipes and we'll see how it goes. I don't think one Omni pipe will be enough to keep up, so we might have to have two on top of each other. But that's the other thing about Omni pipes. You can stack them the old-fashioned way. You can have an Omni pipe there, and then you can go up one and have another Omni pipe. You can go up another one, have another Omni pipe. So Omni pipes will stack in that fashion, although that's still... I think that is actually the same anyway, isn't it? Am I misreading that? That's the one that's on the floor? Yeah, they've got a gap in between anyway. Alright, ignore me. I was wrong. I thought you could actually run Omni pipes the same way. You could get them really close together. But I guess you can't. Oh. Whoa, what are you doing? Can you? Hold on. Oh wow, I don't know if you can see that, but those Omni pipes are actually in between each other. So I think you can. I think you can actually run Omni pipes like really close to each other, but they might get stuck. They might still follow the same rules. I think we've had that before with rail carts being too close to them. Yeah, everything seems to work on half blocks. Everything is a half block. So if you put two blocks together, it makes one square. And the magic crate is 1 square tall. But the crate is 1 meter by 1 meter, for instance, block. Whereas everything else is half a meter. So, but you need a half a meter gap between stuff to stack it on top of each other. So, yeah, and I think the Omni pipes just work on the 1 meter square, but yes, distracted again. So we need to run wool up here and into these. Okay, we need 1 every 4. So let's use Omni pipes for that, because Omni pipes are the future. Great. And unfortunately, I've got to run these slightly above the ground, because otherwise they're going to block the stuff underneath. The other thing I wish you could do with Omni pipes was connect directly to the roof of the building. So I could come straight down and plug. Job done. And also Omni pipes auto grab stuff. No! No. Bad. Bad. Wool. Must remember that. Must remember that Omni pipes auto grab stuff. Right. However, you can just rotate the things around to stop them. That is kind of good. Omni pipe chimney. Yes, an Omni pipe chimney. Just have it literally just. You know, I can't do it. Stop there and come up and actually have it connect to the building. And it just yanks it straight out the roof, or input straight into the roof. That would be so nice. Even if you could do it like right there, you know, right on the very top of the building, but you can't. You can kind of build down into the building like that, but that doesn't actually work. So it doesn't connect. I have tried many ways. Right, so this is 1 above the ground. I'm hoping this blocks it. Being a 1 meter block. But it won't matter here. Won't matter. So we run that along there. And now I have to figure out how to connect it, because this is the awkward part, because it doesn't always want to work for you. Let's go horizontal, shall we? And do that. No, I want you. Yeah, it's and you can't just copy these, because if you copy them you get the circle one, but it doesn't actually fit onto a building. Try and put it down, it just does that. So Omni pipes are a little awkward. I kind of wish, I know they were designed to go underground, which is why by default when you copy one of these you get that mode to it. But I kind of wish that you could choose that version of it and then remove it. But the only way I've found to really do it is to do this sort of thing. Then swap them to be inputs and then rotate them around. And then just run the Omni pipes into each and every one of them, like so. And that'll work. And it picks the first one, then goes on to the next one, then goes on to the next one. I could have done that better. Now I think about it, I could have done that better, because otherwise it's just going to fill the first one up and not the rest. But the pipes are fast enough. I think the pipes are fast enough for us to not worry about it. Okay. Now I think that would also block the output down there if it was a natural output. Let's find out. Let's do this. Yes, it's blocking the output. You can put splitters on them, as you can everything else. You can have you do that, but I think our output is fast enough for it to keep up with all of them. But you see there, the actual pipe is blocking the output of that workshop, because the pipe is considered to be one meter thick rather than half a block thick. But because it's only one square, if I put a grabber there, the grabber can bypass it. So that is a lovely little trick. The grabbers can actually bypass the restriction. Only works in one place. You can't grab multiple places. So what I mean by that is you can't put a grabber there and expect it to pull one over. It doesn't work. Grabber there. Grabber there. That's that will allow us to bypass. Can you put splitters on the input? Yes, yeah, I think you can. I think you can. Yeah, it is definitely a bug. But in this scenario, I think it's fine, because you should be able to output underneath these pipes, because they shouldn't be as thick as they currently are. But if you were doing what I showed earlier on, where you were technically stacking stuff up and then stretching it off, and it doesn't really help you, because you still lose space left and right of the barn, or whichever output you're doing. So you can technically make up some extra outputs doing it, but it's not worth trying. It really isn't. Right, let's remove this. Yada. Should we actually try rebuilding this the way it was, and using an Omni pipe, but doing the three-way splitter? So we will get the camera this way, drag. So the Omni pipes are awkward. You've got to kind of move the mouse so it highlights the building, and then when it highlights building, click, hold, and drag away to start an output. And then you have to do an input, you've got to drag into the building, and you'll get the input over, which is easy enough to do when you've got this space. But when I was working in that space there, I couldn't do that because I can't drag from rack back here. But this works as well. If I was to put this splitter here, that will work. That will split between the three pipes, no problem at all. So it'll go one left, one right, and that's absolutely fine. One other thing I've discovered with this as well, because this is obviously faster than these ones here. What you can do, I don't need to here, but what you can do is you can run a second pipe above it, come into this square here, and then come down onto. If I show you, that's the easiest way. If we start, we'll go higher there. We'll come along. That's our second output. And then what we do is we change the camera angle to get that line. We go across and go down onto that one there. That looks very weird, but if you can see there, this top pipe is coming along and then going straight down onto that splitter. It will then split 3 ways between it, but won't. It will split 3 ways. So it's got 2 inputs splitting into 3 ways. So right now we're not using enough for it to actually show that it matters at all. But if you were using enough where, because it's splitting 1 pipe 3 ways, you'll not get enough demand. You're now splitting 2 pipes 3 ways instead, so you're increasing your throughput. So, yeah, that is something you can do. That's what I'm trying to say there. Something I played with quite a while ago actually, and figured out how that works. So I think I had 3 pipes come along to a 3-way splitter. I had like this. I had 3 pipes. I had one at the bottom, one in the middle, one at the top, going along, and then in the center I had the 3-way splitter, and then the top pipe came down, the bottom pipe came up, and it split 3 ways. So it's pointless, because if you've got 3 outputs from here, you just go one into that building, one into that building, one into that building. But it was something that can be done if it's coming from multiple sources or whatever. You know, it's doable. Great for packages, what you're saying. It is very good for packages, that sort of system. We are using it here, but our supply is not actually keeping up, and we've actually increased the Omnipipe speed as well here, so these are not keeping up, even more not keeping up. But we were going to build a Steam network over here, wasn't we? But I'm going to leave that because I want to wrap up in about 10 minutes or so, because we would have hit the 4-hour mark. Well, actually we've got 6 minutes and we would hit the 4-hour mark, so I can't do the VODs of these for more than 4 hours because I'm currently not actually a YouTube partner or whatever they call it. I don't know, but I'd like to get this working. I'd like to get. We got cheese. It's like a balancer. Yes, yeah. It's like a balancer. That would be the best way to do it. But you can use, instead of just using 2D, most of the belts are all 2D. You can be using 3D to do it, so you can come in from the top and bottom, and then split it 3 ways. So, yeah. I think the idea is if you're coming from like 3 different barns and you want to go into 1 pipe, you can do that and then split it off. And it's all it can be a balancer. Right, so we've got this. Oh, we need milk coming this side. So yoink out of there. Come down to here. I've just realised that's bigger than it needs to be, actually. Because I can do that. And do that. That's not going to let me do that, is it? No, it's not. Damn you. For some reason, you've got to come from 2 away before you can get a connection on it. A little bit finicky to work with these things. And oh no, I can't put a splitter there because it's occupied. So I would have to go 1 further out. That's annoying. And what we'll do is we'll go up 1. Oh. What? What are you doing? What? Why are you? Go there. Strange thing. Yeah. So we'll go up 1. And then do that, and then we can put the splitter there. That's not the way I want it to go. That way. That'll work. That'll work, because we're struggling for a bit of space there because of defence. But that should still work. That should send them up. And they'll come up and split 3 ways evenly that way. Okay. Yeah, but if I did it the other way and put them too close to it, you can't filter them because they just don't have the space required. So we're making cheese. That's good. We need to make chicken, and we need to make. We've got bread. So, but we'll have to come back next time and do that because time has crept up because I've been distracted a lot. It's terrible. All you wonderful people distracting me, and I thank you for it because it's way more fun this way. Way more fun. Put a steam generator down. That actually requires people. Oh my word. I don't know. Wow, this needs fuel as well, doesn't it? Ah. How much can you produce? You can produce 500, and we actually need 1200. So we need 3 steam turbines. Connected, and we're going to need fuel, and I'm going to be environmentally unfriendly, and we are going to use trees, lots of them, wood, and we're going to use omni pipes again because yeah, let's just use omni pipes at everything. Go a little bit hard. We're going to come out the window at the top. There we go. Aha. And then you're going to go into there. No, that way. You're going to go into there. And you're going to go into there. And then we're going to put a splitter there. And there we go. Trees. And I kind of don't want to do that because I think that looks a bit weird. So we're going to turn that around and actually run it out of here. Like that. There we go. Awesome. That looks much better. There we go. So we're being very environmentally friendly and burning trees, producing steam, which is increasing that. And this is all backed up, but awesome. But yeah, so I think we're going to end this stream here, and we shall come back next week and carry on, and hopefully get more things done, and I won't get distracted as much. So yeah. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for coming along. I hope you have enjoyed. And I really hope to see you next time. So, cheers, and as always, have fun.